What up, Vegas?
What up, Boston, Mass?
Yeah. What up, Amsterdam?
Wing Clan in the DMV.
Yeah.
Control ties, the final five.
Look. Immaculately crafted in these halls, hieroglyphs. Born and translated, the vocabulary's obvious. Throw your arms later when the beats is the catalyst. Mind the word labor, retrace back to avarice. Got the old hater buying back in my establishment. Lit the torch, May 21st, 2020. Bagging up your purse, cause I hearse with a chariot. No dirt for my Harriet, it hurts so I tally it. Finite things off the cross when I carry it. Primo suits in the booth, then I marry it. Kilos coupe for a keynote activist. Trolls in the fees, hide them, you test the accurate. You weak off the words, I take them to inhabitants. The front line with me, red dots on contaminants. Quotables over punchlines, call the ambulance. Atmosphere bright,
Exodus.
off the ambulance.
Hands and wrists stay lit with the amethyst. Been dripping the ambiance from the sconces with the candles lit. I can't some riffs real quick like a hammer click. My mans and them come dumping a couple cans upon your canvases. Box cutters coming out, we're doing the candlestick. But winning the competition since before the drink get heritage. My famous leverage, obtain all the extras. One expert still remains, or except for the main expletives. I spit flames when you drain your main beverage. Skill level obtained and train your brain on hemorrhage. Just my average is so far from your maximum. Subtract them, even my math skills can't even fathom them. Difference between us is steep as elite geniuses. Trying to teach them cavemen to read what my recent thesis says. All of my drip, you should feed it through intravenously. And watch these hip hoppers come back to life with no weaknesses.
What up, Vegas?
What up, Boston, Mass?
What up, Amsterdam?
Wing Clan in the DMV.
Control ties, the final five.
What up, Vegas?
What up, Boston, Mass?
What up, Amsterdam?
Wing Clan in the DMV.
Yo, you know we got P.S. Perkins in the house.
Why did this happen? Who created this wretched travesty passing itself off as life? How did it move from father to son, all sharing the same block on the block while doing time on the rock? Insouciantly regarding the world around him, long ago relinquishing his throne of royalty. Subjects scattered through global channels of shackled disbursement, swept away by kingly decrees of worthless worth, bearing generations of averted birth, no longer able to retain, trying to maintain, struggling to regain knowledge, internalized, necessitated greatness. King.
Freedom Corner. Legendary. Yeah. Let's make it known, you know what I mean?
How you feeling, how you doing though? Instrumental hit the studio. Truly more than making music, so fan first, stand firm for that Freedom Pro. Plans work, we immerse with the jury though. Yeah, how you feeling, how you doing though? Instrumental hit the studio. Truly more than making music, so fan first, stand firm, what you doing, quote. I'm on the corner free riding with my clique in them. Before Atlanta, Mississippi hit the map off of discipline. Disciples at the table thinking labels made it Timberlands. Recycled off the majors, quarantine, I'm in the crib again. Playing daddy, school teacher, and a hooligan. I'm on salary, not married, but I'm rooting me. The queen cheers, so it's cheers, bottles moving in. That's weekdays, long nights, videos all Peruvian. A big dream texturized on the podium. Reflective vibes, hope you feel what I sow in them. We on books, former crooks, tall castles, no linoleum. It's no church, but I preach on this flowium. The temple is my mental, so the soul is detrimental. When I hit the instrumental with the pen, don't use a pencil. You understand the code, so conversion is eventual. Know the virgin, I'm essential. How you doing though? Instrumental hit the studio. Truly more than making music, so fan first, stand firm for that freedom quote. Plans work, we immerse with the jury though. Yeah, how you feeling, how you doing though?
Feeling good.
Instrumental hit the studio. Truly more than making music, so fan first, stand firm, what you doing,
You place me in the verses with these rappers this hot, and I will place them in these hearses in the back of a box. Got a catalog that stretches like a jack in a box. Underground, I am legend, the original plot. Stop provoking how I'm poking embers, stoking the flames. Freedom riding on some Stokely before he change up his name. Changing the game, my whole education was lame. Mega Evans, no one ever even mentioned his name. Martin either, even him, barely a quarter of a page. We learned nothing about that corner where that freedom was laid. A shame. Now many corners where there's MLKs, boulevards, grilling hard, still things ain't changed. Is we supposed to leave the hood or is we supposed to refrain? Trying to play the Eric Sposter era post King James. Spit flames, how we handle that heat. Gripping that rosary while getting our Romarion doing it how it's supposed to
How
be.
you feeling, how you doing though? Instrumental at the studio. Truly more than making music, so fan first, stand firm for that freedom, yo. Plans work, we immerse with the jury, though. Yeah, how you feeling, how you doing though? Instrumental at the studio. Truly more than making music, so fan first, stand firm, what you doing, yo?
Forever lives your way. Freedom Corner, free from the corner. About to get it poppin' like corn, it's a warmer. Had the ultimatum like my name, chasing porn, but changed up my life cause it was jail at a corner. My life is like a movie, I ain't talking Time Warner. Spirit got me speaking different language like a foreigner. Yeah, cold summers and the winters getting warmer, so I'm really out of pocket like a young Kurt Warner. I warned you, only judge a book by its chapters. Plus with that pistol for them pistols leaving captive. That better than it's gold, so I'm knowing what they after. You only live twice, so I'm living for the afterlife. All Christ don't need him being subliminal. The way I'm killing beats, you would think they ought to be criminal. Rude error, but no cabin. I got that back in the interviews and it's blessings on blessings. Gotta know that harvest is plentiful.
How you feeling, how you doing though? Instrumental hit the studio. Truly more than making music, so fan first, stand firm for that freedom, yo. Plans work, we immerse with the jury, though.
Yo, bro, that Freedom Corner is stupid. Oh my God, bro. I'm in the car with my girl now, bro. When I get to the crib, I'm finna bump this on the studio monitor.
ProQuo so fly, so fly, so fly.
I feel like we grew up together, man.
True indeed. So fly.
And you know what I think we really did, though? Through this culture.
Right.
Let's talk to him, bro.
Stereotype. No doubt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Check you in the sky, then I tip that fifth. Empowerment, not a powder sniff. Entitlement, not no power trip. Co-ignore crowns on some diamond spent. Take it by the horns, we all ride with it. Haters transform in they irises. From LA to the seas to where the islands is. Saints versus the demons, whose side you with? Convert you real quick, we endow that flip. Short change, turn the stacks, that's the vibe you get. The ProQuo family got the Grammy slip. The big business type, rockin' novices. Kamala Thames for my girls, fast and finer things. I get the world, the old earth, that's my mama's win. Your perception all wrong, you reflecting with a king. That's directions in the song, see I find it from within. Like the length of vibration on some timelessness. 2020 vision seen in silenceness. The summer all wisdom in the rhymes we spit. Better than the money where your diamond is. The length of vibration on some timelessness. 2020 vision seen in silenceness. The summer all wisdom in the rhymes we spit. Better than the money where your conscience is.
Live in stereo, who's anchored down the nonsense scenario? Cameo performances, enamored since Arsenio. Coming into America, yo, think it's like them video stereotypes. We got all types up in our cities, yo. See, many got them viruses. Downloading what they shouldn't on some pirating. Not only on that music, someone violencing. Welcoming in their parlors while they smile, then you'll find them in places where you think it all. Looters to school shooters, capitals at the mall. Rap ain't all you'll think is cracked out to be. The industry feels still, many look cracked out to me. No doubt to me, this whole game's about to be switched up on the flip and how we think about drip. Zooming out with ProQuo, calling out classics. Oh, cause they all classics.
The length of vibration on some timelessness. 2020 vision seen in silenceness. The summer all wisdom in the rhymes we spit. Better than the money where your diamond is. The length of vibration on some timelessness. 2020 vision seen in silenceness. The summer all wisdom in the rhymes we spit. Better than the money with your consciousness.
Flying higher than pilots you can ignore. In the strip with vibrations that's deeper than ocean floors. Fact showing lightning when speaking it through the core. I'm excited cause I'm grabbing with people who see it more. That's fact. No inviting the haters forever snore. Why you sleeping on the greatest? I'm bringing it rugged raw. Nazi rapper when I spit, I'm in a great place. Yeah, Mount Rushmore, you're looking at a great face. I'm straight cool when I speak, ice in the lake. I J Cruise on the beat, we run a great race. I'll never lose to the weak, my mental shape great. Yes, I'm thinking bigger, tell obesity is okay. Yes, food for thought, the perfect dinner with a whole steak. Facts to the police with agendas, this a whole case. You try to with me, it's a killing spree for 4 days.
Killing MC.
Stereotype.
We get it ready to blow. We get it ready to blow. We get it ready to, so ready to, oh so ready to.
I'ma go get it.
We get it ready to.
I'ma go get it.
We get it ready to.
I'ma go get it.
We get it ready to, so ready to, oh so ready to.
We ready for jump ball. Center court now. Standing tall now. Hold the fort down. This is showtime. More than sports now. Running crunch time. We rush like fourth down.
I be taking wins. We don't mess with laws. I be taking wins. We don't mess with laws. I be taking wins. We don't mess with laws. I be taking wins. We don't mess with laws. We been on that paper chasing all that fashion. We been on that paper chasing what you ration.
Been in the grind now. We ready for prime time. Ready for shine now. We ready to get smile. On the rise, all eyes up on us now. Blast off spaceships till the touchdown.
Energy level on high. Put that trouble on fire. Double it down, I'ma spit it around. Click, clack, boom, we the best in town. Energy level on high. Put that trouble on fire. Double it down, I'ma spit it around. Click, clack, boom, we the best in town. I started off the lowest point in life, though. I started off the lowest point in life, though. I started off the lowest point in life, though. I started off the lowest point in life, though. I started off the lowest point in life, though.
We get it ready to, so ready to, oh so ready to blow.
I had to tip my hat up for that one right there.
Yes, sir.
Woo! What's up, my dude?
Chilling, bro. How about you?
I'm doing fantastic. Drinking my coffee, speaking into my microphone, dealing with all these beautiful people leaving comments in the comment section because they went to tinyurl.com/
That's right.
the ProQuo Show. And
That's
they
exactly
subscribed
where
to
they
the
went.
YouTube channel and said, what's up?
That's exactly where they went. You know, I was not hearing myself as crispy as I like to. There we go. How's everybody else doing out there? Who's that man next to my side? That handsome, devilish grin.
Oh, don't say that. That's that man Quo. And who's that beautiful Yoda to the left of me that don't look like a Yoda? He looked like a GQ model. Could have been Matt Dillon.
I don't know what you're looking through. That's pro.
Oh, Matt Damon. I'm sorry, Matt Damon.
Pro. Matt Dillon. Yeah, Matt Dillon. Matt Dillon, I gotta take the hat off for if I want to go for Matt Dillon.
I was called Matt Dillon growing up. So
Matt Dillon, really?
Yeah, my man Left said that to me back in the day.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
I have to see the earlier photos to see how I rock with that one. See how that one resonates. Did you notice I have the studio looking slightly different? Did you notice? I don't know if you can tell. It's slightly different.
It's flipped scene.
It's flipped. Yeah. We're a little flipped. So trying to give you guys the inner workings of a little bit more of the soundproof is up now. Trying to make it a little more soundproof. Not so much for the recording quality because it sounds great with the thing and everything, but it's really for people in the family. You know what I mean? Sometimes I don't have the door shut, and we got to keep it. We're doing the ProQuo stuff.
ProQuo Show, especially. You know, we can't
My
be having
kids are with the
distractions.
grandparents. Wifey's
All
in the
right,
room
all right,
watching television,
all
having a
right.
fun time.
That's the real way to get it done. Hey, you see the scroll underneath there? To be booked on the ProQuo Show as a guest or as a guest for 5 Minutes of Flames, that's where you want to email. You want to email the ProQuoShow@gmail.com. I finally fixed. Now, I fixed it after we started broadcasting, but I finally fixed for my Facebook page. One of the reasons the messages sometimes stop coming through, I finally fixed that. So it's trial and error under the hood. Yeah. So you
change
should.
some oil on that.
Yeah, I absolutely did. I hit you today when you were changing oil for real, weren't you? Weren't you changing
Yeah,
oil?
I was at Valvoline, man. It's beautiful. I went right to the drive-thru, was next in line. I waited no time. Just let the engine cool down and changed it. They threw the sticker on $103 later because I gave $1 to the Cancer Foundation. But
that's what that gets
5,000
you, huh?
miles.
Wow.
Yeah.
I did not know. Did not know. Yeah, I'm checking out the pages, looking to see what we're live. Looks good.
Oh, by the way, Pro, I wanted to shout out the most official sponsorship of today's broadcast.
Oh, hold on. Let me do it official for you. Hold on, because I want to put that banner there. All right. Well, why don't you show it? I'll say if you show it.
This is the official though. This is not an unofficial. This is the official.
Oh, all right. You go for it.
The ProQuo Show, the official sponsorship.
Absolutely. Yeah, I got the Raiders. They're not the official sponsor.
Oh, snap. Good job with your Raiders pull out. That's what I'm talking about. We were talking about Oakland.
Oh, yeah, we were talking about that. Maybe that subliminally did it. So let's do this. So. The ProQuo Show merch. Let's go with that. Bang. That's that. The official sponsor. Why did I put the backslash in there? We don't have a backslash in that. But
all you got to do is go to ProfessorLyrical.com for that.
Absolutely. That's all you have to do. And let me go to this other one. There's another one, I think, on my end. I just got to find where it is. There's so much stuff to get to is what it is. See if I can find it. No, I might just have to change it up. Man, there's a lot of stuff in there. Ooh, a lot of stuff in the queue.
Shout out Justin Madison. Shout out Jonathan Armstead. Shout out Bill Fee and the Evolutionist. Zachary Wendell. Shout you out, brother. I talked to you before. Shout out Gary.
He was the first one on there. I saw him on the YouTube page when we were just playing the music. So, hey, you see the unofficial sponsor? It is the 12-ounce bottle Diet Caffeine-Free Coke. Now, this should be premium placement because Pro really be drinking these on the reg. Okay, so I've been trying, trimming them down a little, going with the smaller ones. The 12-ounce bottle as opposed to the 12-ounce can. Just trying that out. They're both environmentally unfriendly. They, you can recycle them, but they feel better in my hand than the can. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it almost feels like it's big, but it's 12 ounces. So that's how we do.
I like that. That's a good sponsorship.
How was the week in review? Because you had some unfortunate circumstances that happened right about the end of last week. Did you? Is that something we're sharing with the people, or is that?
We can share. Share time's okay. So y'all know I work for the post office.
I do.
Thank the Lord I do, and I'm a full-time employee because I was delivering a package of 2 stairs, concrete stairs. Put the package down at the front door. It was like a big poster. I went to go back to my LLV, which is the vehicle we deliver our mail into, and my right foot got stuck on the concrete. And as I was turning, I went to go step down. I missed both steps and I popped, snapped my ankle. But I didn't break any bones. I just tore a couple tendons, 2 of the 3. And I'm in an air cast for a little bit. But it's okay. We're going to be doing a lot of music and networking and talking to good people. So it's a blessing.
Nothing about that sounds good, though. Nothing about that sounds good.
No, I'm very sore right now. I can feel it constantly since Saturday.
So, yeah, man. Now you and Fee are gonna have to play in the Injured Olympics of basketball. Fee's been, he's almost back to normal with it. Yeah, Fee had the little. It's the legs, man. People get the legs. Fee can tell you more about that if he hasn't already. But Fee almost back to full strength, right? You ready? You could. You'll be back before Jay Cruz. I think you've been.
Thank you, Fee.
Yeah, you've been running, but Yeah, man, we had similar. Yeah, we were talking earlier how we had similar things, man. Those ankles, whew, when you get the tendons, I had double tendons too, and but better. Like I said to you, at least you jumped on it. I didn't, pun not intended. I didn't get it looked at for like a year and a half, which wasn't. So I'm like, man, it's just not healing the way it should,
Well, you sound like me when I snapped my Achilles, because I did that to people. Snapped the Achilles, and I waited about 2.5 weeks before I went to the doctor. I was like, it's gonna get better. It's gonna get better. 2 weeks later, it was like Jeopardy. Nah, man. Ding, ding, ding.
Not cool.
Oh, was that Wheel of Fortune or Jeopardy? I don't know.
Hooper's brutal on the ankles and knees. I'm saying it is, and I think is a testament to the way that I don't try hard enough. Very rarely I've never hurt my knee ever playing basketball ever. But it's just a matter of time, it's more like when, but and the ankles I've really only done a couple times in my life. And the one I did, I was up against a wall like this and my foot was trapped kind of like under the wall, like the wall had like a little lip, and plus there was padding there because it was a shorter gym. And
right. Oh yeah, I hated that.
Yeah, and I'm standing there.
They give you any leeway to take a layup or whatever.
Right. And I couldn't move though because I was pinned against it because I'd already done like a layup, and a dude came in and jumped right on me while my foot was stuck under the thing. And it was, of course, it's always the last game because it's not like you're gonna play another. It was the last game. Of course it was. We got injured, right? But it actually was going to be the last game, and we were only playing 2-on-2 after everybody left. It was like, hey, you want to play one more? And I knew I needed to get my butt out of there. And I was like, it was a weekend game. Weekends you don't play with the same crew that you usually do sometimes, and even it was only like 4 people. I was like, and the dude just landed on me. It's like, what? And you're always hoping it's the good type. You know what I'm saying? And as much hoop as I've played my whole life, I probably sprained my ankle like 4 times. And they've been pretty tough, though,
I believe that when you're a child, like not a child, but when you're in your teens or whatever kind of injuries you have, they definitely catch up to you in adult life, especially when you stop playing the sport or doing that activity and you go long periods of time. But as long as you keep with it, you're less likely. But I sprained my ankle. It's a
probability game, definitely though.
Oh yeah, man. I was playing ball. I took a layup and we were at Whitney Carriage, and it was a paved out tar basketball court, and the post of the hoop was exactly parallel with the cement, and there was like a 4-inch dip off of that into the sand. Right? So took the layup. I caught the corner of it, saw the bottom of my foot, bro, and that's what progressed it. And then I did it again my sophomore year, and 2 ankle sprains that I think led to the Achilles, led to this. It's like, nah, stop. You know what I mean? 4 major injuries, basically. But enough like that. I don't want to sound like Isaiah Thomas. I'm not trying to do that.
Yeah, man, Isaiah's fully healed, bro. He's fully healed, man.
He's 32-year-old.
Yeah, man. He's trying to get in, man. Who knows if he'll get on? But it's looking good, man. Looking good with LA's really wanting. But you never know, man. These teams want short things. You know what I'm saying? And they definitely want.
If he goes to LA,
I know, right?
Wow.
It's the Pan Am stuff is, you got to do that if you're not playing on a summer. Obviously, the veterans aren't going to go play in a summer league team. Next best thing, relatively similar competition, is you go play in a Pan Am league. But the difference is you get to play that whole game almost. You pretty much play as much as you want if you're a star name like that, and you go out and just score a bazillion points. But if you didn't score a bazillion points, that would be the red flag. The fact that he is.
He didn't score a Googleplexian, percentage.
Right.
We don't want to.
I mean, it's just amazing at any league. If you're really, he's probably closer to 5'8". I know they listen at 5'9". If you're like 5'8", not to mention that he's like banging on people too. Right. But if you're 5'8", 5'9", he's only 32 years old. We're talking like he's an old man. I played basketball at the gym with mad people who are like, 32, and you call them the young people. You know what I'm saying? You'd be like, yo, the young dudes. You know what I'm saying? It's like 32, dog. I understand his wear and tear because you're playing with huge dudes your whole life and you're running. But it's like 32, bro. It's like, how could
that's prime time, man?
That ain't 52. It ain't 62.
No, that's prime time, man. And especially, again, it's all about the people that say, you have an injury here or there that happens. But if you stay in the game, you stay in the activity you're doing, there's really no age limit, especially now. Look at how they got these players like not playing as much to
Yeah.
avoid, let them
People-
play for an extra 10 years. Who knows how long LeBron's going to play?
And it's so
He
funny
got
how
some,
people, right? And people just want to shoot it down, man. They just want to be like, yo, oh, I got to tell you who's here. Check this out. Ready?
My daughter says, ready, steady, go.
No, you can't see us here yet. I'm gonna mute her mic. Hold on.
Okay.
Chariot Gold.
Oh my goodness.
Yes. Yeah, I just put you right on in there, Miss Gold.
Yo, just so you know, this person that's sitting below us right now is in my opinion.
And you know my opinion.
Yeah, and I know your opinion. But if I were to break her down like sonically and what she gave to the public, just like since I've been listening to her music, is something that like Lil Wayne was the last to do it with Drake and Nicki type thing. Like a whole game shift. What this queen has in her possession with flows, sonics.
I'm gonna remove her out too until she's ready, just so she might be scared to test the camera. So I'm gonna take you out of that picture there until you're ready. But keep going. I'm sorry.
But
we see you though. My opinion.
She incredible.
My opinion. You probably saw what I typed in our chat there. I don't know if you saw it earlier in the Ivy Hood thing.
Oh yeah, I did catch that.
I mean, the first 5 seconds of that song. The first 5 seconds where actually,
we gotta play it,
and then you heard,
playing it.
I don't actually have it on me, but
I'm gonna send it. You don't have? Do you have Apple Music?
No, I don't. Because I mean, I could if I turned around and grabbed it off of my iPad, but not over here. But anyways, check it out. Let me just say this though, for those of you who are watching this or checking it back, or like when we run it, I'm sure we'll get a chance to play her song. Her song, in the first 5 seconds, when you hear her voice and just her flow, you only need 5 seconds. You can arguably say it's the most creative thing that you've heard in years, right? And just in terms of like the way she rides that beat and the way it's like, it's got that country, hip hop.
I'm just gonna give him a taste.
Five seconds of hearing it. Ready?
What? That's all y'all get.
That's all you need. That's all you need. That's it, right? That was 3 seconds, right? Of when she was actually rapping or singing, right? It was just 3 seconds. It's crazy.
She throws a hook out and she gets a shark or a whale every time with that.
Man, that's crazy.
Every time I heard it. That's why I said, you know what? I told Tommy in the backdrop, I was like, yo, fill me in, please.
Yeah, absolutely. When he played that, I was in that room the first time I think he played it. The first time I heard him play it, I was just like, wait, I think I was hitting you up. I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, you gotta hear this song, And
you actually did. You told me first.
And I generally hate everything. Like, I mean, truth be told, like, I don't hate everything. I don't hate, but I'm just like,
it's like, all right, there's a love and then a like.
Yeah. I mean, I say it even with our songs. It's like, like there's a level of where it's like really good, but it's like, okay, so what? Like it's a really good song, like we make really good songs, dudes make really good songs, but sometimes people make an epic track and that's what grabs my attention, and that's when I'll start calling people, I mean, certainly we got a couple of those too, but I'm just saying when you hear and this is a big thing too for artists out there. We'll get into this with EA, assuming that he's able to jump on the call too, because we were talking a lot of music industry, and we want to put this out there.
Yeah, he's crazy knowledgeable.
Yeah, just crazy knowledgeable dude, understands it. Well, we want to put this out there for everybody to understand it. We don't talk about it enough, but so for those of you who've heard some of our music, so this is J. Cruz. Quo Kane is what he formerly went by as an MC, just putting out boatloads of just high quality music, right? And my different manifestations, it was in a group called XCal. Shout out, that's where you see Fee up on the screen. We were the two main MCs. Shout out to Ruby. And a lot of the records on my wall that we've made, we have a certain sound. You know what I mean? It's a, when you hear it, you go, yeah, that's a mature, even when we were very young, it was like a mature kind of hip hop sound, right? But you could tell the quality real quickly. And same when I was doing Invasion, when I do my solo stuff, if you're being honest with yourself, you go, yo, there's something there, right? Like I can hear the quality. There's no denying it, right? And
Mm-hmm.
you work with certain artists, and you just, you can sort of hear when the quality level is where it needs to be. Like, yo, there's something special with this kind of cat. So that's Jay, Cocaine Cruz. This is me, Pro Lyrical, short for Professor Lyrical, known for years as Lyrical, way before as Lord Plord. That's our whole history, right? And when we started getting together and we started making this music and doing the show and everything like that, Jay said, yo, let's do this Instant Brotherhood thing. We'll collab up. Me and you will make like an album, if not 2 or 3, right? We got a lot of stuff in the shoot we've since made. Right. And we'll try to reach out using a lot of connects Jay had already made with people that were producing. So our logo that you see up there, ProQuo, the album is the same idea. It's a circle with all the names of the producers that Jay had basically enlisted for the project. So that in a nutshell is what we did. One of those people was Fly, who comes on the show a lot. And he's from the label Freedom Corner, who Jay desperately wanted to work with just on the strength of what they were doing. So Freedom Corner is ran by CEO LD. And LD has some massive talent around him, engineers, producers, people doing video, and talented people like Fly, and a producer named Legendary. All right, so I'm trying to do this whole story justice, and Jay, you can jump in and fill on this too. But the reason I'm giving the backstory to all this stuff is, so LD runs the label by which we went through, because that's what Jay really wanted to do. He's like, yo, I really want to work with it. We're going to bring this to fruition. I want to sign with his label. And his label is called Freedom Corner Brand. And Freedom Corner Brand hooked up with Sin from Family and Friends Entertainment. And he's also in a partnership with a gentleman by the name of Low Vision. And they together run a label and publishing, and that's what they do. They're like publishing experts, like to a level that you've probably never heard. And so we're going to have Sin on the show. We're definitely going to get Sin and Low Vision on the show. It's just a matter of when we're going to schedule them.
That has to happen. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we've talked about it multiple times. It's just a matter of like when we're going to make it happen, right? And so Sin, call through anytime. We send you the link whenever you can. But schedules are crazy. We all talk all the time. But Sin and Low Vision, genius level in terms of like publishing. They're like genius level. And LD is a trooper he's got the knowledge, the business sense, a lot of the talent, the heart in the right place, and understands how to make the operation run, right? So they are distributed by Sony Orchard, which is an independent arm of Sony. But these days, that's the massive arm of Sony, because so many artists, as you know, go that independent route. So to get into Sony, the Orchard, you have to be with a label that's distributed by Sony the Orchard, and that label that's distributed by them is Family and Friends, and thus LD's label, and thus ours, which is Dime, which is something that I started a while back, even when I was working with Fee and Invasion and all that kind of stuff. So it's sort of the forerunner of all the stuff that I've been doing with that imprint, right? So that's the lineage, right? It goes Dime, it goes Freedom Corner, and it goes Family and Friends, and ultimately the Orchard. And I say all this stuff just to kind of
and we tie in Don Juan the Mac and Hip Hop Citizen.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
And that whole branch. Just to interject real quick, Pro, I think that the whole concept growing up in my life was like, really understanding there is no I in team. There is a saying where you can't be the jack of all trades and the master of none. You know what I mean? You have to understand that you can't do whatever, you can't do it all. You can't save the world. But I was saying, man, but we can funnel the world, right? We can still allow it to happen. And what I focus on now is like, what are already moving pieces that I believe in,
right?
And where can we play a part in making that all come together and be like Transformers on it?
Yeah.
And it's been amazing to see it all come together, and without the hard work of my team, especially Pro LD, you know what I mean?
Everybody's putting in that work, and so
everybody putting in that work, yo.
I'm just typing a couple messages here. So to take all that stuff into consideration, we talk with EA. We've had different conversations. We have a conversation with Sin, LD. We're always talking, right? And we're always trying to say, like, what is the mechanism by which artists can hope to get on? So next week, Jay's, we've been talking to some people behind the scenes, and you may have seen the flyer for it. It's a bunch of younger cats from like 14 through like 21, right? And
no. 12 to 21.
12 to 21. It's my bad. And JT's 14?
JT's 14, about to be 15
Right.
this weekend, actually. Then we have a 21-year-old MC, a 14-year-old DJ, and a 12-year-old content creator.
Exactly. And they're under their own umbrella, kind of like with the same kind of people looking out for them, right? And so if you haven't JT's crazy talented, makes insane beats. He's like a robot with it. And you know, Fee and I was talking about Ski's like that. He's like a robot. And interestingly enough, Ski runs a Smack Pack challenge where he's got producers up there chopping up a beat that they give him, and they compete for prizes. And JT made it to the finals. There's hundreds and hundreds of people that go into that each round, right? And he made it to the finals. So almost shocking he didn't win, but there's some crazy talented people.
It goes to show you, right?
Yeah,
but a 14-year-old GOAT.
And that's kind of what we're talking about. So we're always talking about this in terms of and I hope people check for what we're about to say too, and that we get EA involved in the conversation. We're going to have Miss Gold coming up in about 15 minutes as well. So this is what we're trying to say, is that we've been doing it for a while, and from watching, you know, you get to see the only thing that when you get some experience with it, you can just see the ebbs and flows, right, of what happens, and nothing really shocks you anymore. You kind of understand there's valleys and peaks, and that there's things that come in style and they go out of style. They come in style, they go out of style, and it usually it's not too much changes, right? It's like pants get baggy, the pants get skinny, the pants get baggy, the pants get skinny. Right. There's not too much. You're still wearing pants, right? Technology, as technology goes like this, music just follows along. It's behind on a string, right? And it's being pulled by wherever the technology is going. And in my job on the math and science side, I get to see where big tech is going ahead of time. And you might hear me talk a lot about quantum mechanics, right? Quantum mechanics is going to quite literally change the world, right? And so quantum supremacy is the concept of when quantum computers take over classical computers, and they can do things currently in our paradigm of understanding computing that can't be done. So like the fastest classical computers in the world right now make it possible for us to do certain tasks that we think of as advanced technology. But the quantum computers, right, that are being made now with in the ranges of like 128 qubits they're messing around with, right, which is small compared to what will happen in the future, right? It's this what would take classical
they all doing
computers.
this? Is this what it is?
Nah. It's this speed for stuff that would take infinity, right? That's the idea. So we're trying to say, think of a task that would take a computer forever to do. Quantum supremacy means it can be done like that, which changes the face of gene sequencing, chemistry when you're making drugs for life-saving chemical. If you're trying to save a person from dying, if you're trying to send information on the information, what we now call the information superhighway, there won't need to be a superhighway of the way that we think of it. We're just seeing the beginning of NFTs. Everything will be NFTs. Like, they won't necessarily be called NFTs, but imagine when you start school, your entire school record is on an NFT. Your resume is an NFT. The program you're doing is an NFT. In other words, a non-fungible token that can't be messed with, that you have the credential of whatever you've done for your entire life, right? Now, imagine that as an artist, as a music artist, that you're born into this era where everything that you have, it's a non-fungible kind of fact about who you are. So we don't have to come on necessarily and interview the guest, even the way that we do right now, because we'll all know. We'll go, hey, here comes Miss Gold, and we can see her entire career. We know everything she did, and we can check the facts, right? And imagine when people go for a job interview, boom, it's the same thing. So right now, the industry suffers because it's smoke and mirrors, right? So we always talk about plays are fake, streams are fake, your Instagram followings are fake, right? For the most part, right? The only thing that might be real is if you're paying money to get advertisements to send them back to your page. But even that, we say, is that
every business got to promote.
Yeah, right. But we like to think like there's just some magic. You put a video out and all of a sudden millions of people watch it. That's not how the industry works, right? It's not like someone drops a video and just a billion people go watch it.
Would you be? Yeah, I think it's a good idea to elaborate a little bit on an investment that is a worthy investment,
which is
something that is going on with us right now. So I think that's kind of a cool leak to kind of say, hey, if you're going to do, put some money down on anything, it should be this,
Yeah. Definitely. You talking about Mark?
Ness.
Oh, oh, yeah. Okay. I get where you're going. So We were trying to read each other's code here. So there's different people out there that work records, and Fee and I have a lot of experience with this, right? There's people that work the physical records and in the digital space. So DigiWax came along, and DigiWax kind of was the first record promotion that was in the digital era, right? So in the old days, you used to bring a box of records over to somebody who had a lot of contacts, and you'd have to pay them to at least mail them out. Right. So if you knew someone close like Fee and I did, right, a close personal friend of ours who's in the music industry, we just had to pay them for like postage and maybe throw them another $100. They work the record, they follow up on all their leads, they check it out. This is how records get promoted, right? Now, the bigger your contacts and the more money you're willing to pay. And we're not talking about payola here. We're talking, there's a fine line though between it. Like you're talking about someone to work your record and you're giving them resources to mail it out and track how it's doing for like maybe 6 weeks, right? And so they call up and they get on the phone, and in the old days, you'd be paying for their phone bill, stamps, right, postage, blah, 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 and their time to get on the phone and be like, yo, Quo, I got this hot record, man. You think you can add it? You think you can run it? You think you can get your DJs to play it if you're like the program manager or whatever? And a lot of it's college radio. So you're building relationships, you're sending them pizzas, you're doing whatever you got to do, right? Business 101 to get those records played. In the major labels, of course, there was much more money involved. And so they're walking up to DJs with a stack and they're like, yeah, we need this to get ran on, prime time kind of thing. But to even make it to sort of like what we've done, right, which is to have like a hit underground record kind of thing, you would have to at least work your records or else no one would get them, right? It's not like they magically show up, especially when you're not on a major label. This day and age, it's done digitally, and companies like DigiWax, shout out to Cashman who runs Innovator, which is a company now that does it, but this scores these companies. So we're in the midst of figuring out like which record we're going to do, which one we're going to promote, and which service we're going to go with to get those records out there. And I think that's what Jay's talking about. So one of those people, shout out to Nasty Nez. He's the gentleman who sort of legendary. He broke Sir Mix-a-Lot's record back in the day, and he stayed with it. He has a major West Coast operation where he works records. So there's people out there like Marv, we talk about on Clubhouse. There's people all over if you find those people, but it's going to cost you maybe $1,000 ground entry, maybe somewhere between $500 and $1,000 just to work your record digitally, get it out there to the DJs. They're calling, they're still doing the same thing. They're out there like, yo, did you hear ProQuo single, blah, blah, blah. Yo, we hoping you can run it. And it builds a buzz and you follow it up and you do your thing. And that's just, let's call that
and also
level one.
Exactly. Level one is that, people, right? So that's a good number or a good figure to put in your head. Understand what you're going for, and not 1 cent, not 1 red cent spent on Spotify,
right?
On paying for followers,
right?
On paying for subscribe. Not 1 cent. That's irrelevant.
Absolutely.
Until the time called for where it made sense.
Yeah, maybe there's a reason.
Yeah, exactly. If it makes sense, but that is not level one as pro.
But we see artists believing that is what it is because there's a million Johnny-come-lately companies out there that try to convince you that the only way that you can make it is by being popular or worse, fake popular, right? So flood up your Instagram with fake followers. We all get the messages, right? I get them all day long. As soon as you post a video, it's like, hey, would you like more followers? It's like, no, I wouldn't. You know what I'm saying? I would want real human beings who actually click my stuff. And if they like it, cool. So, whoever can figure out that magic where it's actually real, authentic people that you can target, well, you do that by sending the record out to actual people who can play a record. And, hopefully it's just the idea that someone playing a record can influence more people. So college radio is still a thing. And a lot of people think that it's not. And it is. It's actually, it is a thing. And it has its own crowd, especially internet radio shows as well. So it's a thing. And it functions here. And it's sort of the fodder for that next level, those mix shows that are out there as well, that are out. And, lots of things have changed, right? There's blogs, and that is what it is. There's online retailers, online middlemen, online just websites in general. There's different movers and tastemakers. And then there's social media, right? There's the TikToks of the world and all the people involved in those spaces, Clubhouse, what have you, whether it's, you pick the site that you want, right? So there's this whole world floating around. And then there is the big source of revenue that most artists will do, which is either sponsorships when you get to a certain place and people know your record level, or you have a track resume, right? or you're placing your music into commercials, movies, TV, video games, and so forth. And with video games being a monstrous market, right, bigger than the music industry, it's unbelievable how big the gaming market is. You take gaming and music and you put them together and think of those as entertainment.
And the accessibility to Netflix right now and Prime.
Absolutely.
It's like it's you know, I know for you growing up, especially you, but me too, the thought of even getting a record in a movie seems so far away and so distant.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you think about that.
Now it's like all
it
these
had a
Netflix
different role
popping
too.
up, and
it did have a different role too, way back. Like it was like soundtracks really broke a movie, right? Like the soundtrack was everything. Now it's kind of like, whatever, you know, might be a song, but it can certainly be songs get now broken by being attached to a movie. That still happens. Like my son listens to all kinds of songs that go with the little shows that he watches, and he sings them all day long because they're in a YouTube world, right? And we all are. I mean, we're all in that world. And we talk about the false idea, and I hear this all the time too. And it's this is the crazy. We talk about this false idea that there's time periods that we're all like from, and like as long as you're alive, it's not. It's like it's a blip. Your life is a blip. And we need to stop talking about all this stuff like back in the day. It's a continuum, yo. It's a continuum. And it's like what's happening right now is not radically different than what happened 10 years ago. It is a smooth continuation. And once in a while, there's one thing that changes and everybody either gets with it or they don't, right? But the problem that a lot of artists make is they try to predict what that will be, throw all their eggs into the basket of something that just becomes another something. And it isn't really the meat and potatoes that's going to move the cart. So the thing is like, how do we know as artists, right? And so the only sure, true, and tribe, you know, things that we can depend on is that we get out, we hit the road, we see people live, we make an impact, we meet people, they like our music, they buy into what we're about, or they hear your music through something, but they're not going to find it on. This is what we were talking about before we start making the album. No one's going to find your album on Spotify. When we say no one, we mean an incredibly minuscule percent of your followers.
Very small.
Yeah. Unless you strike it, you know, you hit the lottery somehow, right? And not saying don't put your stuff out there. You should, because you got to direct people to find it somewhere, right? The idea is what we're trying to say to artists is don't get confused and think by being on Spotify or whatever platform you're is that does anything for you. All that does is when you've done a show, you're telling people to go here. But throwing money at that so that you're hoping people will find you when over 50,000 new uploads a day hit Spotify alone. The number's closer to 60-something thousand now. 60,000 something new songs getting dumped on Spotify a day should depress you. If you're an artist.
You need 1 million plays a month to make it a good part-time income.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
1 million plays a month to make it a good part-time income. And that, when you think about it like that, that should be a reality check. It's nothing more than anything but that. It's all
shout out to C Steez in the building.
Oh, C Steez.
What up, C Steez? So Ms. Gold, I know you back there too. When you're ready, you let us know. We'll bring you up too. And C Steez, man, you should hit us up too, man. We got to catch up. And by the way, Mr. C Steez, back on campus, bro. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. I'll be up there, so we got to do our thing. We got to get this artist collective popping. Figure out how that's gonna work. Yo, we in the COVID world for school too. It's kind of crazy. Yo, he just put a comment in there too. He said, collab with artists, others that have a good following, make a good song with them, and gain some of their fan base. Yeah, sure, absolutely. But I mean, principally, it's just putting out music, right? And it's like, how does your music get heard, and how do people find you? And here's the thing. This is the mistake you see artists make, and we've all made this mistake, and we continue to make the mistake, right? Is that we put music out while listening to what other people are putting out and think we have to imitate them, or else we don't feel worthy. It is exactly what iPhone does as its business model. It makes a new model, and it makes you feel like a piece of crap if you don't go and upgrade it, because you don't feel cool enough if you don't have the new hotness. It literally is the business model. It's tapped into the psyche of all of us of wanting to belong and fit in. And the more we can go through life and build up some self-confidence and realize that you too are worthy, even if you don't 100% fit in, right? Or do what everyone else is doing, you have value. And in fact, the trick is you have more value. It's harder to do what everyone else isn't doing because there's a little voice inside your head that says, yeah, but I don't think I'm special enough to do that. I don't think I'm worthy to be the one to stand out. I better keep my head low so that I don't get seen, right? And so that somebody doesn't come along and say, what are you doing out of line, right? And that little voice inside of us, until we truly gain confidence as masters of what we do, will win the fight against you as an artist. So that call to go pay for advertising on Spotify is that same call. The ad to go buy the new iPhone every time one comes out, when your iPhone 6 is probably doing pretty much the same thing as the 10. Same damn thing, you know? And it's like, I got the $200 version, right? Of it's not like I'm alone. I got the Samsung Galaxy, right? I got the $200 version. Do I want the new hotness? Hell yes. I want the new hotness, right? But it's like, do I need it every time it drops? Nah, the reason I want it is because mine is a little bit behind the curve, right? And after a while, sure, we got to upgrade ourselves. Not saying not to do that and get with like whatever the program is so that you're not left back and you're not non-competitive, right? But there's a difference between, in other words, I'm not saying carry a flip phone around, you know what I'm saying, for your whole life. Even though
are you sure?
But at the same time, you don't need to feel like that you are doing the pattern that everyone else is doing to succeed, because it's not working for the masses. It's not working. Yeah.
Hold up, bro. Beep, beep, beep. I got my page.
Yeah, right.
We from the age of pages, man. Yo, play that dive in it. I gotta go hobble over to the bathroom and get a water.
Yeah, no doubt. Christian Sutton, I just purchased a new iPhone. Yo, bro, it was probably a long time coming. I'm not saying it. Yo, Miss Gold's in the background too. You want to say hello before you do that? Because I don't want to leave it hanging back there. Well, I mean, Jay, if
wait till after the song, I gotta come back. Miss Gold, we're gonna bring you right up, girl.
All right, so Miss Gold, hold on back there. Are you good as gold? And we're gonna get over to there. And by the way, I realized I shut it down. So Jay Cruz is requesting a song from himself. I see you, Jay Cruz. I see you. We're gonna play Dive in It.
It's featuring H3Endo.
Yo, you tell them about it. Tell them about it before you go to the bathroom. You do it faster.
Yeah. So my man Major League Beats, Josh Miner produced it. H3Endo's on it. Hook in the intro. I love it. It gave us a little, it was a different plate in the whole album, and I like it a lot. So enjoy, people.
My mind and my spirit are really divine, and I'm fearless. I'm coming out live in nature, and I ride with my peers. If you try to disguise your appearance, I never will try to come near it. My mind and my spirit are really divine, and I'm fearless. I'm coming out live in nature, and I ride with my peers. If you try to disguise your appearance, I never will try to come near it. My mind and my spirit are really divine, and I'm fearless. I'm coming out live in nature, and I ride with my peers. If you try to disguise your appearance, I never will try to come near it.
I got that double-edged sword. Ancestors talk, archangels at doors. Ghosts in the dark soul channels, down falls. For rap, I have my mind on Forbes. Pen and pad throwbacks, fires in the Fords. Better friends for more or less. Run you off course, might be slipping off the frost. Hillside, we the source. Michael with me, there's some Obi type force. Travel with my homies, got X, no cross. Valuable, you gotta know me. Liable to sink the roadie. Half of me is never holy. The animal is out, instinct still control me. Want the handle on the out, heads and tails on the pony. Is the hammer coming out? Hanging trophies in the house, playing oldies, checking routes, holding roaches in my mouth. No EBT's roaches, man. That cheese is for the mouse. The example for my seeds, soul provider for my spouse. Spiritual physique, diamonds all over my scouts. Give you 1,000 degrees, build the art, flip the drought.
My mind and my spirit are really divine, and I'm fearless. I'm coming out live in nature, and I ride with my peers. If you try to disguise your appearance, I never will try to come near it. My mind and my spirit are really divine, and I'm fearless. I'm coming out live in nature, and I ride with my peers. If you try to disguise your appearance, I never will try to come near it. I stayed in the trap with boys who was making the racks with nothing but waiting and masked, and I separated from that. And Lord, I hold everyone for the bleed in my back, but I'm not tripping, I'm looking for ways to get even. I say and I pray for my demons, cause everyone who ever thought I would fail is looking for ways they can sneak in and lanes they can be in. I kindly deny it from you. There's no way a snake can reside in my group. You try to put tridents in all my titles and moves. What were you trying to prove?
For the sake of simplicity, say I'm divinity, body not carrying moss like I'm Trinity, gauntlet infinity, probably not many be thinking it prophets the perfect identity. Back to the enclave, in the back end, you can bring a Batman down like Fenway, you can bring it back, swing swords like sensays. Everybody got to stand up with the pen game. Cavalier risk is that game. Hit a snap out of rap that will penetrate. It will accelerate. Back up your meditate. No one is better with these shots I disseminate. On the interstate, and why the beat down. With a minute, a lot of minute that I freestyle. Steve C now. For queen, that green in the hoodie, you all for coins.
My mind and my spirit are really divine. I'm fearless, I'm coming all life in nature. And I roll with my peers if you try to disguise your appearance. I never will try to come near it. My mind and my spirit are really divine. And I'm fearless, I'm coming all life in nature. And I roll with my peers if you try to disguise your appearance. I never will try to come near it. My mind and my spirit are really divine. And I'm fearless, I'm coming all life in nature. And I roll with my peers if you try to disguise your appearance. I never will try to come near it. What are you trying to prove?
Woo! Man, I love that record.
Audio coming out okay for you?
I'm getting a lot of clickety click clap.
Yeah, me too, man. I was hearing that too. I was like, yo, it's acting up.
I thought it was my mic for a second.
I thought
I'll tell you what. But I'll tell you.
Don't give it away, man. Don't give it away. She's coming up. She's coming up.
Yeah. We got Cowgirl Chariot Gold about to come up in here, yo.
Yeah, we're gonna bring in yo. And by the way, if you have that track somewhere online, if you want to send me a link before you do, we definitely
I got the Apple Music. I got the Apple Music joint, man.
Yeah, but I got to play it on my side though, from not anything that's not Apple Music, like Spotify, YouTube, any of that stuff. So,
I'll try to find.
Yeah, that song has static. The static isn't me though. The static, it wasn't coming from the song. It was coming from something internal, and I don't know what it was that was making it do that. Because that was wild. So the first time we've heard some static like that in a while. So let's hope that we don't have it for her stuff. Let's play just the beginning of another joint so we can just make sure that we can get her stuff straight. So let's try it. And you know what? It could have actually been coming from that particular link. It's possible because sometimes those links do get overloaded. But let's try again and see what we got. I'm gonna throw on Gravity.
Okay.
You hearing it?
No.
Try it again. Sound okay?
It's decent. That static thing's
not good enough.
Yeah, born a trailblazer, set a trend, I'm born nature. Make a move, play a better guard like I'm Tatum. True K style, get the opal dominator.
Yeah, that's better.
Copy that just like the beta. I boogie down and hold a crown, your record faded. Bullies in the basement, shake your hand before the payment. She truly's on the camera, barefooted when we hang it. Aquafina bottles, we've been sweating since the pavement. Holding down reality, that's in my
still fun?
Pull it out of
space,
dropping it.
Yeah, I don't know what that was.
The half is everything you get in layman. I rap shit, show the cash on invasions. Might never ad lib, cause what I'm saying so amazing. Rights tied to my kids, wife said desolation. Yeah. Keep on hibernating, get some cane stimulation. Here to change what you bang on these stations. Hit the vein, put the brain on rotations. Pull me down. I've been asking y'all to pull me down, pull me down. Pull me down, pull me down. I've been asking y'all to pull me down.
All right, I think it's working. Well,
and Pro, I hit your messenger with the recipe on YouTube, man.
Yeah. I'm trying to. She's emailing it too, so trying to make that work. All right. Well, let's try bringing her up. We're gonna bring up, and I hope I'm saying her name correctly. Chariot.
Cowgirl Chariot Go.
I hope I'm saying it correctly. I hope I'm not.
I hope so too.
Let's bring her in. What's good?
Yo, Queen. Thank you for coming on the show tonight.
We gotta make sure your mic's on. Can you speak?
Oh, I got it now.
Oh yeah.
There it is.
What it is. Man, we're doing better now that you're here.
Fantastic.
I've been dying to meet you.
Yes. It's all love, you know.
Crazy
how
skills.
things going.
Crazy skills.
Yeah. So are we pronouncing it right? Cowgirl Chariot Go?
Yes, you know what? You are the first one to pronounce my name right.
All right.
Wow.
All right. I was just reading it as it said it. You know what I mean? It's like, man, there's some people really messing that up then, huh?
Yeah. Sharit,
what are they saying?
Charit or Sharetta.
That's tough. That's real
tough.
See,
my wife, I said the same. My wife's name is Shenifa, right? So it's Shenifa. And she said, I was like, Jennifer? And she's like, wow, you said it right. I'm like, I
I
tried.
think I messed your wife up the first time I said it too.
You
I just
did.
won't
You
understand.
did.
And
My
it was
mom
like,
did too, though, for like a year.
yeah. Well, I don't think
You know?
I don't think I caught it in the spelling is all it was.
But I'll tell you what, yo, you have a hit. I love this song, though.
Thank you.
It's like
Thank you so
nothing
much.
I've ever heard. Yeah, you're very welcome. Well deserved.
Thank you.
That's
Thank
crazy. How long you been doing your thing? I mean, you got to have like skills for some years to be doing it like that.
you. 7 years.
Yeah, you in that range. You in that 5 to 10 zone. You gotta be. You didn't come
Yeah.
out yesterday and do that.
That flow is something. I mean, so what? You're Alabama, from Alabama, yeah?
I'm from Alabama.
Okay, tell the people a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm from Alabama. What I do, I don't only just do music. I'm also a healer. I also help people with depression and getting over, certain kind of holdups on their life to help them move forward, to keep believing in themselves.
Okay.
I use the tools of what I use for myself and give other people with them, and it works for them. And, people out here building and believing in themselves again. And I'm just trying to help do what God want me to do here and give the world hope.
Beautiful. How funny is it too? We have our man EA, who's a mental health counselor. He's on the West Coast, and I think he might have messed up on the time zone, but he was coming in here too. But
he's gonna have one more chance, and we're gonna block him from ever coming on again. He had technical issues last week. We're like, come on, man, you got the millions and masses waiting on you, man.
But that's a powerful gift that you have, sister. I'm telling you right now. I know it.
Thank you so much.
We know it through the chat. I was like, say what?
Yo, where'd you send the link, Jay? You say you sent it to me. Where?
I sent it through Messenger.
It's not in my messenger, in my regular messenger. I'm looking at my YouTube messenger. It's not there.
Well, actually, I was really on my way to email it to you.
Yeah, do that. Either way.
Yeah, you know what? I accidentally sent it to myself.
See, that'll do it. I'm over here like I'm fiending on this day. There we go. I'm over here fiending. Oh, you did the YouTube, huh? All right.
Yeah, the YouTube works. Yo, we gotta let the people hear this. I gave them a couple sneak peeks, but this, man.
I'm trying to skip past the ads here. Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
YouTube works, but it does shut down sometimes. So
we got to get the IG up too.
Yeah,
I'll hit you with that.
I got you. Okay, and cool. Give me 1 second, then we'll be right with y'all. So
7 years. Incredible
7 whole years. I never gave up. If I gave my story on what them 7 years was, I'd be like, what? And you still kept going? Yes, I still kept going. And, I just listened to God and I just kept faith, never gave in. And no matter what the devil brought at me, God gave me the strength to fight back. A lot of things that a lot of people don't have, and that's faith in God. So, So I keep that close to me because I know one thing: as long as I keep him close, then I don't have to worry about demons or nothing else out there in the world. And what's for me will come anyway.
That's right, yo. We're gonna make sure that you get to share that whole story. We'll do a special highlight on you. Just make it all about you, so you can tell the people all about yourself and those details. Have my man Fly up in here, he'll be in here later. But God is good.
I know I'm missing. I know I'm missing some people in some of our streams here, so I'm trying to find. Sometimes what happens, Sherry, is we're sharing this to 4 different streams on Facebook. It goes to my LinkedIn. It goes through our YouTube page. It goes through Hip Hop Citizen, which kind of runs the site. And once in a while, when we play something that's out there, it can block us. And our own songs sometimes will get us blocked. So what I forgot is I started the show by playing our own music, and I wasn't really thinking about that. And it's all, published music and all that.
That's all good.
So,
we'll unblock it.
Yeah. So it's actually stopped some of the streams. So YouTube is always the safe place because YouTube never stops. So our YouTube is tinyurl.com/the ProQuo Show. In fact, most of the people's comments that I've seen have been the ones coming through directly from there. I keep peeking back.
Sorry about that.
Oops. I keep peeking back at my page to see if the comments are coming through, and they still aren't, even though I tried to correct it. So, if y'all out there, definitely if you're trying to comment with us, you should definitely go through the YouTube page. Again, it's tinyurl.com/the ProQuo Show.
We promise we are not doing it on purpose, y'all. I swear.
Yeah, we are not. So that actually just caused a bunch more people to find us. So I can see a lot of people actually watching the little eye meter on some of these things where people are watching from. So hip hop, shout out to Hip Hop Citizens and the ProQuo Show, where most people are finding us through those pages right now. But our individual Facebook pages, no one's able to really comment or see through at the moment. So anyways, because we're trying to build it up for y'all. So we are excited. It's not often. I was telling Jay before we started, I don't get excited by much. I think most stuff is kind of and it's kind of sounds the same. And what I was leading into is it takes a lot of bravery for people to do something that's for what the rest of the world would say is out the box. I have a vision in my head of like the perfect kind of songs, and they don't sound like what's out. You know what I mean? They don't sound like what's out. And so it's always tough to say, okay, what's going to be my way to introduce this to the world, right? And like, how do you market it, and how do you tell your story? And sometimes you just got to put it out, you know what I mean? And just have faith, like you were talking about. Like when you have that faith as your bedrock, it can allow you to do some things with some courage maybe that somebody else wouldn't. So props to you.
And purity. There's a purity about it too. See, I think a lot of artists, there's a lot of great artists out there. Like we're talking about like I like it. But when we hear you, that's jump out of the seat because of the purity. Like it's not a copy. It's not a fax. It's not any of that. It's pure, authentic. And man, again, we hyping it up, people, because it's that good, We ain't joking one bit.
Yeah, so you want to introduce your Sherry yet? You want to tell us about the song, and then we'll bring it in?
Yeah.
Yes. My name is Sherry, and I'm from Alabama, and my new hit single is called Cowgirl. And the song was, created, from my town, because I love country. We all are country. We all down south. But the song was really created to, tell women and tell people what to do with their money in the time of COVID. I was like, you get the money, you stash your cash, then you go, And people didn't understand the message that I was telling. I was like, y'all save y'all money. Like, y'all don't be spending it. Y'all need to save it. Y'all gonna need to save it this time. And they wouldn't listen.
And you told them, you said, I got the money. I don't even want to try. I don't even want to ruin it.
I get the money. I get the cash. Because you get nothing while you sitting on your ass.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Come on now. Wow. I love that. That's really, really dope.
Really dope. Let me get the title up here. Make sure I spelled it correctly. We don't want to mess it up, right? I spelled it right. SHARIE.
Put cowgirl in front of that.
Yeah, you're right. We gotta do it right. See, this is just off the top. We weren't like planning this, right? Cowgirl, Chevrolet Gold.
MC and a healer.
Amazing artist. She's getting amazing artist. That's what we're running with. All right, y'all. So check it out. Without further delay, without further ado, here it is. Right now.
Oh no, we got it there.
I want them to see all those joints there.
I get the money, get the cash, then I die. And then I get up, then I turn up on these. I get the money, start to cash, then I die. And then I get up, then I turn up on these. I got my cowgirl boots in them back. Yeah, my cowgirl, hey, that's a mine. I got my cowgirl boots in them back. Yeah, my cowgirl, hey, that's a mine. I get the money, I get the cash. Girl, you get nothing while you sitting on your. I get the money, I get the fat. Girl, you get nothing while you sitting on your. I pop my middle mile, players that like blue blues. You can't play with 30 something billion, but you broke the rules. And you think you try to find me, baby girl, I leave no clue. Stepping in the game, little baby, why my step I'm coming through. You can't do me if you want it to. Watch me do me, boo. You can't never find my frequency. Keep these demons off. I get the money, get the cash, then I die. And then I get up, then I turn up all these. I get the money, start to cash, then I die. And then I get up, then I turn up all these. I got my cowgirl boots in them back. Yeah, my cowgirl, hey, that's a mine. get it fat. Girl, you get nothing while you sitting on your.
What?
Drop that mic. I love
Crazy,
that song, girl.
Cowgirl. I love that little cover there.
I had Shem was in the bathroom, right? She's doing her braids and getting her hair all straight. She got this wedding thing she's going to tomorrow, and I was trying to take a picture of it while she was doing it because you were saying in your thing. I was like, oh, she want to put a cowgirl hat on after this.
Yo,
like,
you can't not dance when that comes on.
No, that makes you get out your seat.
Have you seen? I know COVID's been crazy. Have you seen reaction to that live? Have you been places where you get to see how people respond to that yet? Yeah. Are you muted? Oh, okay.
Yes. Right now I had also started a TikTok challenge. It was a TikTok follower. Her name is Joanna, and they started this cowgirl challenge on TikTok.
Right.
And I did a show to it, and I would drop it in the Instagram in just a minute. But I did a show to it, and the kids are now my biggest fans. Like, look,
that song is crazy. I mean, and what's good about it is it's the kind of song that you could see having so many different usages for. You know what I mean? I can see people who actually are, from the South or more country parts of the country really taking a liking to that, but it's going to bang in any urban spot too. It doesn't have to be either or. That really kind of captures everything right there. Are you more? Do you consider yourself like when you started more of a singer or more of an MC? How do you look at it, or just an artist in general?
I'm just an artist. I don't try to put myself in lanes. I just try to create more. I don't really listen to other artists. When that's why I'm in my own frequency. I don't never try to tap into everybody else's frequency. Because I know that I'm gifted. So whenever I know them things, then I just do not, participate in anybody else's frequency for too long. I get up out of there.
You see that comment right there from Zach, right? Like, that song's too good to let Zach leave him hanging. Let's play a little more of that. This is what we talking about, Zach, right here. This song. Tell us this isn't one of the most exciting songs you heard in a while, Zach.
You ain't listening to nothing right now. It ain't playing, bro. There's no sound.
You got to yell at it because I can't. All I can hear is the joint.
My
Sorry.
Bad. Sorry, we can run the rest of the show and just repeat this. And
I'm just gonna keep it on loop.
I love how you said that about the frequencies too, though.
StreamYard don't really want you playing it. All right, here we go. You hear it now, right? Can you hear it? You can hear it?
Mad staticky though.
That's weird. Don't know what's up with our audio. Hold on.
Yeah, it's not giving us
she's shutting it down with her
proper,
fire.
sonics.
We're gonna try it again.
One more time. But Zachary, if not, what you gotta do is you gotta search for that right there.
We're just gonna put the link right out there. We're not gonna make them search. We're gonna put it right there.
Drop it in the comments, yo.
I don't have to search for nothing.
Yeah, still mad staticky, bro. But they get the point. They get the point. Click the link. He got thrown in the back. Yeah, the system been acting up on us lately, and I think it's just because we bumping them with too much good music. They can't take the heat, and it just becomes the Quo Show. So everybody, we having technical difficulties because we played so much heat that it was cold, hot, cold, hot. Sun came out, reappeared,
trying to hold us down. Trying to hold us down.
Woo.
I don't know. They kicked us off, man. They kicking off the music. They like, nah, man. It's too hot. It's too crazy.
We definitely gonna have a highlight section for her. Have her as a guest on the show.
That's all. When that comes on, you got to be like, yo, did Missy just get doper? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. Like right? Like it's got to be.
That sounds funny to say, but it's like, yo, like Missy's ill as hell, but that sounds like Missy with more skills. You know what I'm saying?
And the recipe is, I think for a lot of great artists is
we We didn't mean to
Really
kick you out, Sherry. You had to kick
knowing
me off too.
Nam South. Yeah, we all come back in if you can. I know you have to do a session, so
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
all
want you
good
to be
either
late
way.
for
We'll
that,
get you
but
up
we're
here
gonna have
another
you
time
back on. Yeah,
absolutely.
The whole frequency thing is something that I believe in, because I think that I fall into that category where in the golden era I was listening to music nonstop, you know, in my adolescence, and then I took a long winded break from like listening to much, just making my own stuff, and I think that definitely helps you formulate your own identity, you know, but you still have to have that foundation for what inspires you, you know, at the beginning of your music career or whatever. But yeah, man, love that
I don't really.
song.
I honestly, I think all that stuff for artists though, when they're coming out, like when they're just coming out and they're new with it, it's like it's so tempting to just again like listen to what's out right now, whatever you call the golden. I call right now the golden era. Like I mean, people talk about like it's a popular question, like what's the best era of music, and it's so tempting to go, oh, the '90s. Are you kidding? Right now, there's more music. Like you weren't gonna hear that in the '90s. You know what I'm saying? Like we have this nostalgia thing. I don't buy into it as much as most people.
If that came out when Missy came out,
yeah,
it's like that would have been you can't. You know what I'm saying?
It's not about like we like to do that because it's just how we chronicle in our memory. We're just like, oh, from this era. I mean, there's no real era. You know, it's time's fluid. You know, and it's like we'll look back at if you're lucky enough to live another 50 years, you look back at it right now and it'll feel like the exact same era. You know what I'm saying? You'll be like, yo, remember back in the hip hop era? You know what I mean? Or like when we use computers or whatever the thing is, we just do this all the time, and it doesn't really mean anything. It's like dope is dope, and that song is just ridiculous. It don't matter when that comes out. Like that song is fire. Speaking of which, she's back. We're trying to give you your flowers right here.
Oh yeah, you well deserved.
Yeah. So I don't know what Zach is talking about in this comment because it is a book that he wrote right there, but he's trying to get people to do something.
Oh, you know what? Shout out to Zachary Wendell. I know he's been trying to get in touch with me lately, and it's been difficult. He had auditions with American Idol. He's got a disability, and it's he's a really good person. Keep at it, Zach. Hope you go far with it, man, and salute to you.
That's the longest comment I've ever seen on this show. It's so big that it's covering up the cowgirl. It's covering up. We gotta take that off of there right now. But what up? What up, yo? Song is crazy. I was just saying to Jay, some songs it don't matter the era. You're muted too, just so you know if you're trying to speak, but it just don't matter. Like if that would have come out in the 80s, 90s, 2000s, 2020s, that's why I'm saying like people talk about what's the hottest era. Yo, I'm like right now is the hottest era because you hear fire like that, and trust me, I'm not saying it's all fire because it's not, but with this romanticized version, right? That like, how many whack artists there were in the 80s and 90s? It's hella whack. It's just we remember the amazing ones, you know what I'm saying? The Rakims and the Big Daddy Kanes. They were not all Rakim and Big Daddy Kane, So this whole like the 90s were great. Yeah. As long as you were willing to find 20 artists that the mainstream labels published, there was no such thing as independent artists you could find. You couldn't find them, right? So it was impossible. It was pretty impossible to find them in the 90s too. And it wasn't until the 2000s you could even start to find independent artists on your own, So people are like so spoiled. It's like when
you can't step ahead of evolution either. Like, when this music evolves, like
unless you make that song, then you just jump ahead of the line.
That's the next, but that's the evolution of it. That's the next like cycle of it is what I feel. I can't wait for people to really grab a hold of that. I know with us, our kind of piece in that evolutionary puzzle is the clean music, no cussing, focusing on the college kids and the students and education,
because they don't
that's
cuss.
A whole right. We try to be good examples.
We try to lead the way, right?
That's another outside of the box evolution thing that only time can dictate that. And from us evolving, it continues, and newer artists will evolve from that as well. So
I like and Sherry, you still muted. I don't know if you want to chime in, but we got you. There you are.
Oh yeah. I'm just listening. I'm just listening.
How do you follow that up, yo? Like, is most of your music sounding like that? Because we want to run something else too, but we were having a little bit of technical difficulties on the musical side after we gave that a second run. What's the rest of the vibe? Would you say?
You know I got a song called I Got That Yodel, 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 Yodel Flow. You can't find him vibe, that's this dope. I got this yodel flow, you already know. I'm kicking in the dough, they sliding on the flow.
Where did you get that yodel kind of style from, yo? Where'd that even evolve from?
I mean, I always been doing silly stuff with my voice, you know, like a while, like for a long time. So I'm very animated.
Yeah, you certainly are. Yeah, absolutely.
That's such a what's the word for it? That's like such a tag, you know, like you know, it's like when what's his name? Like it's a sound that cannot be duplicated, I guess is best to be put, you know. It's that I couldn't even imagine.
You can't duplicate that, that's for sure. Why don't we should have a contest. We should have a Chariot Gold Yodel contest. Like Yodel like Chariot on it. Send in your best version. You know what I'm saying? And like, I got money. I mean, it's not happening. It's not coming out of. I mean, you know, I have to practice my yodel.
You ain't playing the record if I'm on doing that, yo.
I do. I did do a record with Robbie on the. I should pull it up later on the college project where I sing country, and like we had this sound, and we were like, you know, what we need is a country singer. And I was like, I can do it. And they were like, no, you can't. I was like, yeah, I will. I was like, just play the little guitar riff or whatever. And I was like,
yeah.
We all need some, you know, doing the same as you, just like messing around and like, we sometimes need sunshine to see, you know, it's like we can be multi-dimensional, you know what I'm saying? It's like we can mess around and do it, but it's a lot of fun sometimes to do that stuff.
If anybody going to be attempting it, it would be you, Pro. You got that, you know, from Yoda to Kermit to this to that.
Yeah. I see what you do. Yeah, no, but messing around. Yeah, it's fun, you know. You can't all be serious 24/7. You know, sometimes you want to kill someone on a track. Other time you want to like save the world. Sometimes you want to yodel. Other times you want to do Yoda. It's just it's a matter of how you feel, yo. It's a vibe. That's crazy though. So is it the album is out or just the singles? What are you pushing?
No, I have a whole album out. I think it's at least about 13 songs on one album.
Crazy. What's the album called?
3 Worlds in One.
Nice. And what does that allude to? Your 3 different styles, or what is that?
Yes, my 3 different styles. I got neo soul, I got country, I got blues.
We gotta hear the neo soul. That's what we need to hear.
I'm putting that all up on the playlist. On my
absolutely. Yo,
my neo soul one is called Illusions.
So you were in the room. So big shout out to Tommy Jackson. So you've been in Tommy's room. So are you trying to pitch that stuff? Have you been pitching it to movies and commercials and all that kind of stuff? Because that seems like a jackpot right there.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you know, me and Tommy, we've been discussing it, but, you know, I'm just waiting, trying to see.
Waiting on the business side, right? Yeah, no, that's good. I mean, I just can only imagine you in that lane. I mean, us too, you know, we do the same stuff and we have fun with it. You know what I mean? We try to not just pigeonhole ourselves into one kind of thing. And I love the process of making songs. I don't care if you gave me that track, I'd have a blast with it too. I'd be like, yo, let me try to see. It's interpretation. You know, you listen to something, you'd be like, what piece could I add to this? You know, and I think as artists, a lot of us, sometimes we don't say it, but I think what you're really trying to do is speak for the beat, right? It's like, what would the beat say if it could talk? You know, and the beat might say a lot of different things, just like we might wear, like I could wear a suit today, or I could wear a t-shirt, right? But we have different vibes, and you know what I'm saying, and different feelings, different expressions, and you know, sometimes we listen to one, and depending on how our day went, it might take us in one direction. You turn around the next day, it could be something dope. So I think doing a 3-style thing, you know, that's kind of a dope concept to let people know it's not just one dimension. It lends itself to so many possibilities.
Yes, and that's what, you know, I always try to tell not only, you know, other people but myself, is that it's different. You can't be a mock. You can't be, you know, amongst the flock. You got to be either you or you be lost. So I just rather be me. You know, I don't have to be, you know, what everybody else, you know, is programmed to be. I only want to be in my
yeah. It's hard, you know. I was doing I don't know your thoughts on this, Jay, too, but it's like I was doing a delivering. I do faculty professional development at the university that I'm at. And, you know, I'm a math professor, right? And so the look that you might think of a math professor does not stray necessarily that far away from rapper. It can be the same thing. A lot of institutions, you can walk around in a t-shirt and jeans, and if people have this vision that a professor's in bow ties all the time or suits and ties, trust me, it's not like that, right? All the time. But faculty development is a little more professional, right? You try to work with the professionals, whatever. And so this dude came on and he was talking about my voice. He goes, yo, Pro. He's like, have you ever thought about, actually, he called me Dr. Plord. He said, Dr. Plord, you have a very radio announcer voice. Have you ever thought about doing radio announcer? And I said, what's funny, I said this in front of everybody. I said, actually, and let me say it to you kind of the same way. I said, actually, this isn't actually the voice that I honestly speak with. I said, most people hearing me speak like this would probably laugh, you know, and it's like we learn sometimes what's appropriate and what's not. And so when you said like being yourself, there's so many times in our lives, right, we feel like we can't actually be our authentic selves. And hopefully when you're doing your art, your music, you get a chance to live some of that out, right? You get to be like, yo, this is me at this moment in time, or what I'm projecting to. Because so often in our other lives, whether it's, you know, work or interactions with other people in the public, just on a day-to-day, we have to put up that front, right, and try to be someone or not. And that can be stressful. What are you guys' thoughts on that stuff?
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's
you had that fidelity background, you know about that too.
Yeah, that's what I think snapped me into it, you know, because again, when I went to go to my Fidelity Investments interview, I had Tim's on, I had my t-shirt, a hat, and luckily I was with someone at that time was like, wait a minute, you about to tuck your shirt in, you about to put some dress shoes on and put a tie on.
What were you thinking when you went there? Were you thinking that was okay?
Yeah, I had no idea.
So you had never seen a person in a professional workplace before and had never been able to say that people that go to Fidelity wear suits? Or were you just hoping?
Basically,
wow, man, that's crazy, right?
You know, I just thought it was like, you know, construction. You know what I'm saying? Like, kind of, you know, it was everything I was wearing was clean. Yo, the Timbs was fresh, bro. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it was a great learning experience for me. And yeah, you know, you learn to play a game. And I think by playing the game, you say, I like it or I don't. But what was great is that I was able to shine with my real personality off the mic.
Right.
And I was always authentically me. And it moved me into management positions because people like me. You know?
Yeah.
So it definitely can help you with that.
So I'm trying to find out from Chariette. Is the real Chariette yodeling on the regular, or is she more singing the neo soul, or is she more doing the MCing? I'm trying to figure out what's your
I actually do all three.
I know. I'm just saying, is it like I sing too, but it is definitely not what I lead with. You know what I'm saying? Like if I want to sit here and go like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I could sing, but it's not good. It's just blah. You know what I mean? So it's like, let me put it this way to you. What do you think your strong suit is? What's your strongest ability? Are they all equal?
Yes, they all equal. It's like
she ain't giving me nothing. She ain't gonna let me run that way.
No, like seriously, like if you go listen to my album, you would hear all three in one song.
Dope.
Like literally, like you'll hear me singing, then you might hear me rapping, then you might hear me rapping in the background with me singing. It's just
kind of sound like Vince.
So, all right, let me ask you this way: are your bars on point like that? Are your bars as on point as that singing?
You ain't got to be everybody you see, because 9 times out of 10, they just living the dream. And a lot of them girls ain't as real as they seem. You know them kind of women never be crying as no queen. They stuck in the mirror, they live in the dark. I understand sometimes it be hard. You got to learn in order to be smart. The beautiful girls that y'all got heart don't take art just to see that. You don't need a man just to feel that. Self-love is what you need. Anything else, girl, you just can't return back. It don't matter if you're big or small, you're winning. No, hold on, don't let them talk down. When just tell them all that you're pretty. And them girls with roses could never win our race because you don't need makeup just to know that you're great. Yay.
Okay. Came with the message too. She didn't even intro. She just was like, boom, right into it.
Professor Lyrical always, that's his job. He's like, you got them bars? I already knew, girl.
I was like, where are those bars? Yeah, she got them bars too. So,
she a Jedi, bro. She a Jedi.
I understand.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Fee. What up? Shout out to
What up, Fee?
Yeah, that's crazy, man. That's crazy. That you definitely unique. I would love to see you perform live. Hopefully, we will get to see each other live. This world has its pros and cons, and its pros. See what I did there? It has its pros and cons.
It cons that works.
I need to make a track called Pros and Cons. I gotta make a track called Pros and Cons, right?
That's a good idea.
Pros and cons, yeah, and maybe shout out to Converse and get a sponsorship out of that. Be like, Converse, bring it back, right, Fee? We need that Converse sponsorship again.
Oh yeah, and I thought I sent this to these messages.
This is what we do on
my
the show.
bad, bro.
We keep it real authentic. Like you
keep
get
it
Jay
real,
Cruz in
real
real time,
authentic.
hitting up people, being like, "Yo, I didn't send him the link." You know what I mean?
Yeah, my bad, bro. I love you.
Yeah,
I
man.
send it to Fly needs it and LD needs it.
How do people find Chariot Gold? What's the best way to find you?
You can find me on all platforms. Chariot Gold, SHARIETTEGOLD. You can just type in that and you'll find both of my songs.
That is pretty
that
unique.
is now hot.
Yeah,
Thank you. My grandmother, it's a long story behind that one, but my grandmother passed away, but from birth, she said, look, she got stars in her eyes. She gonna be a star. She gonna be a star. She was like, you got to name her Deco Chariot. And I was like, my mom was like, no, don't name her that. Who can spell that? Deco Chariot. I don't know how to spell Chariot. So she was like, well, just name her Amber. Just name her Amber. So once I started doing my music, I was like, you know what, Grandma? I'm gonna keep your name and I'm gonna be Chariot Gold.
Oh, that's hot.
I love that.
That's
and you
crazy.
keep the stars in your backdrop always around you. I love it. That's how you gotta live.
Very dope. I see what you're doing.
They used to call me back in the days, you know what I'm saying, rock star. They were telling me that as a young kid. I thought I was, Bruce Springsteen or Bon Jovi or something like that. So I get that. And that
I would say too,
analogy.
like on that too, it was my grandmother too, who used to like have to hear me rap all day, like sit at the table writing rhymes and all that. And especially in like my later teens, like through like 16 to 19, when I was at that age when my parents would go away, but they wouldn't trust me to stay by myself. And when I was really writing every single day, you know what I mean? And I would just sit at the table, and you go through that time where you're starting to think about that pressure we put on when we're in high school, right? We start to get like sophomore, junior, senior, you start thinking about what am I going to do? And your family tries to do what they can, right? They're always like, oh, think about the job. What you're going to do? It was my grandmother who was always like, you know what? Like she'd always, this would be a quote to me all the time. She'd say, you're going to have plenty of time to work. She goes, I've been working my whole life. She's like, you're young, do what you want to do, bring out the artist in you, keep doing it. And if you love it, don't stop doing it. And, you'll find a way to do it and incorporate it into your life. But the whole work thing, it's like, that's what your parents are going to tell you. She's like, sit at the table and write some rhymes, kid. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so you got to appreciate that, because we don't always get that advice. So grandmothers and grandfathers, man, they spoil us sometimes in a way, and they hit us from a different angle. So shout out to everybody whose fam has ride or died and support for them. So dope stuff. Yes,
definitely. Grandma's nothing like a grandma. Good old grandma. I had a set of greats, man. 2 sets. Great grandparents.
I have one great grandmother who passed away when I was real little, but that's it. That's all I knew. Yeah, that's very fortunate if you can.
Yeah,
very fortunate.
So I did send the link to Fly and LD. They may be showing up late, but we're gonna go to we probably
10:30.
They got 10 minutes, boys.
They got 10 minutes.
We've been sticking with that 10:30. See, what we used to do is we used to go till 12.
Not by intention.
Not by intention. Yo, we'd have people on. I'm
then
like,
we get into
we on the
11:08
show for 3 hours, my dude. 4 hours.
See, the big thing is that was back when Don Juan was following our show up all the time, and we'd have Don Juan in the back, helping smooth it out. We flying solo too; it's even a little harder. So we like, we gotta.
And plus, the AC's off right now. Yo, I'm dying.
Yeah, but we do have another person who loves to be in the shadows. We got our man LD in the back. What up, LD? We're gonna be able to see you.
Free from the corner. He's
at
at Me Time Studio, I think.
Yeah, he probably is. Is.
So this is our brother in crime, LD. If he can come in here, he will. But you'll see him in the rooms too. He's got our IB, which is our album cover on there.
Well, nice to meet you, LD. If you're listening, nice to meet you.
Yeah, he's definitely listening. He's just trying to find a way to get up on there. But he did a whole show. He didn't know he was in the shadows. He was like, "Yo, I thought I was in the light."
Showing us pictures. He's like, "Yo, you see this picture?" I'm like, "Bro, yeah, I see it now."
Like, what's going on?
We don't see nothing.
So when you're not emceeing and doing what you do as an artist, what else do you like to do? What else keeps you busy in life?
Healing people. I do tarot card readings. I do.
Oh, so you
healing
about that
sessions.
right now? Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
their feelings.
I mean, we should have led with that. Yo, me too. Look at it. Look at this. Look, you chose not to give up today. Nice work.
Woo!
Hey, be proud. You embrace that challenge. You know what I'm saying?
See. That's all that matters. You get what I'm saying? There's positive things, and
Positive things.
when I'm not doing, the tarot reading, then I'm on TikTok, or if I'm not on TikTok, then I'm being a horse on TikTok.
Why did we not start with tarot readings? Why did we? I mean, you could have done a reading
We're gonna say that for the highlight interview section where we make the whole episode about it.
We're gonna have to bring someone up random.
This is a sneak peek.
We'll have to bring up someone random and be like, yo, give them a reading. Yo, check out my song. Jay from Delaware on YouTube. Okay, Jonathan. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, bro, you got to hit us on the ProQuo Show at gmail.com. Hit us with that link and we will try to get it played for you next episode, my dude.
Yeah, that's what we try to do.
He's trying so hard.
Minimum levels of quality. If the bar is set, then we try to get it on there and try to have you up there.
So yeah, interesting week this week though, for real, man. We got a hurricane possibly coming through here.
What? I didn't get the news.
It's not gonna hit you. Yeah, like I guess Cape Cod is gonna get smashed.
It's probably gonna come by us if it gets to you, man. Yeah, that's crazy. What up, LD? You there?
Into Monday. I think it's the StreamYard system, man. The StreamYard system is active.
Something's being funny today.
What's the word, man?
Oh, there he is, LD.
Speaking of smooth voices. Yo, you were LD. You're right next to Sherry.
When we were playing Sherry. You know what I'm saying? I think I saw a bunch of comments coming up from you. Bing, 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 bing.
Oh yeah, yeah, for sure. I just followed her. I just checked out the song. Fully. Yeah, man, that's something special right there. So yeah, Sherry. Wherever you see Freedom Corner or LD. That's us. Go ahead and link in because we messing with you. That's tough.
Yeah. And he's representing Mississippi, Jackson, Mississippi, with him and.
Thank you so much, and it's nice to meet you. I didn't know if you heard me or not.
No, you're on mute.
Oh yeah.
Oh, earlier you mean? Yeah, okay.
You all with the stepping too, huh? You can step. Can you
nah,
slide?
I can step. I can't slide though.
You know what? And you know what? We got to slide, baby. We got to slide. Got to teach you how to slide that.
Yeah, we'd like to see it live, LD. If we could see you doing some sliding, that'd be great. That'd be a great episode in itself, right there.
No.
I don't think we're gonna get that episode.
No, I can't slide. I can only step, and I can't show you when I step.
How can you not slide, bro? Slide goes right with the step.
LD, I'm right with you. Bro.
Harriet know what I'm talking about. Yeah.
I'm in the club. I'm in the club with the queen.
I know what you're talking about.
You know, I'm pivoting. Can't slide in the chair much, but
Harriet, what city you in?
I'm in Alabama.
What city?
Montgomery, right now.
Okay.
But faster.
Okay.
Historic Montgomery. Cool.
Yes. Freedom.
Is that how you cross paths with Tommy? He's down that way too, right?
I was on Clubhouse for almost like 7 years, the Cowgirl.
Yep.
And I just been meeting people. Like,
and he just randomly happened to be in your state, huh?
This like Tom was like, "You from where?" He was like, "Hold on, female artist from Alabama."
Yeah.
Do you know how much he loves that song though? For real. Like every room, I'm talking about, he pumps that.
Yeah, he plays that all the time. Yeah.
He pumps up. He tells a story. There's a narrative before it drops.
If the world was all Tommy's, man, we'd be better straight.
I know we would be.
I love his energy. I told Tom.
Oh my gosh. We got to get him on the show. We got to invite Tommy up on the show.
We might have to have him sneak in when we highlight Sherry.
Yeah, that'd be dope. You know what we should do? We should do an episode of all people that we've met through Tommy. You know what I'm saying? Just through Tommy's room. That'd be dope. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or people that vibe with his room. Something would be hot.
Next week, Sherry, you gotta tune in with us too. We got a group of 4 young men ranging from age 12 to 21. It's a 12-year-old content creator, a 14-year-old DJ, a 15-year-old producer, and a 21-year-old MC.
And we say producer for JT.
JT
I don't even know if
beats
that's doing him justice. This dude plays them live, chops them up, produces them, and he's got a crazy hype personality too. So he's the whole package.
And he's got a twin sister, Jada, who is just as creatively gifted with the guitar, piano, vocals, and she's 14
tough.
too. It's just
That's real tough.
But again, JT Pops, big shout out to you, big shout out to Dr. Shah, but especially JT Pops, man. Jay, he's doing such a phenomenal job with his children, his twin children.
I got no skills. I got no skills like all those skills those people have. Like I do like two things. I rap and I do math. You know what I'm saying? Well, I mean, yeah, I do impressions or whatever, but that's in the rapping, use your mouth kind of thing. Yeah, it's like I try to like think and be like, yo, like that young, right? To have all of them like different. I mean, I scratch a little bit, but again, it's all hip hop kind of thing. It's like, do you have like some kind of crazy skill? This is for both of y'all, Shariat and Jay. You got some other kind of skill away from? I know you used to do the readings as well, but something like out the box that you wouldn't even think of. Like, oh yeah, I'm dope at blah blah blah. Well, I'm always interested in that.
Well, I'm dope at being a clown for kids' parties.
What? See, that's what I'm talking about.
That's really cool.
Yo, we got something in common. I always wanted to do that, except clowns freak me out. But I juggle and I pogo stick. I totally forgot about that. Fee's probably going, dude, you're like the greatest pogo stick in the world. I think clowns could pogo stick because it's like kind of walking on the stilts. You walk on the stilts or whatever, or you just get all dressed up and act it all out?
Oh, no, I get in door. I get in boots. I paint faces. I do it.
Let me find out. Yo, you got to do a video like that.
That is classic.
I'm the horse. I'm the horse that's behind Chariot Gold. See, I'm the horse that get on TikTok and do other dances of Chariot Gold and push Chariot Gold.
This is crazy.
Yes, and then I got my son and my daughter. They are the cow and they the pig, and we call them. Yeah.
Oh my goodness!
Yes.
I love it. I love it.
Family affair. Yo, that's dope.
Well,
that's dope.
You do a YouTube for math for kids.
You know, everyone tells me all the time, and it's like, oh.
I think that would hit so quick. I mean, like
it would. I just don't want to do it.
Yeah, I think that's the way to come up quick. Like,
yeah, I know. I'm not. Trust me. There's nothing. You know, you talking about signs and all that
Keep
stuff.
talking to him about it.
Yo, I am like a classic Capricorn. You know what I'm saying? I'm like you probably know more about it than I do, right? Like, what's a Capricorn sign? Basically, what does that break down to?
Let me start. See, now we talking. Look, Capricorn. They
Tell
are
me about
great.
it.
Things here on earth, like they are meant to put things here on earth that needs to be here on earth. That's Capricorn, you know. But the thing about Capricorn is they have to get up out of the world scene so much and focus on themselves, because they are just so focused on building money, going. And then once they sit down to take a rest, they be like, dang, I'm feeling so much stuff, like this happened and that happened, because their mind be work, even if they hurting, like work,
Yeah.
working and doing. So working is Capricorn's drug.
Ain't that true? Ain't that the truth? Is it true that from my past recollection of, I remember reading about Capricorns, and I am the stereotypical, I say it in line, I'm stereotypical Capricorn. I am a teacher, an educator, a musician. I don't know about this stuff, but I'll throw it out there because I don't remember if this is Capricorn too. I'm incredibly introverted. I've worked to become extroverted doing what I do, but it's not natural. I'm like, I'd rather work and never go to sleep and be up 24/7. And
he don't sleep.
Stop. There's no requirement. It's like it's not needed. It's just something you have to do as a byproduct, like eventually, or like people be like, you'll crash and burn. And like my wife will go to bed. I'm like, okay, I guess I'll go to sleep. You know what I mean? So.
Guilt you into it.
Yeah.
But it'd be like Capricorns is, I must say, if you want to run a business or, you know, any foundation or anything like that, if you want the job done, being with a Capricorn and around a Capricorn or in business with a Capricorn is number one. Like they go getters, you know, like the brains for like, it's just like their creation, they see something that is boom, here's on earth. How you
it's definitely see it and manifest it. Yeah, we were like we did that. All three of us, 3 Capricorns, founded a company in Boston. It was called the Mass Industry Committee, and we founded. We were like, we're gonna make an award show, and we're like, okay, let's just make it. We'll make the biggest one ever in the history of Mass, and we're like, we all did it. We just like shut down everything for 6 months and threw it. 1,000 people sold out. It's incredible. You know what I mean? Did it again the next year. We were like, that was tiring. Let's do something else. You know, people are like, why are you gonna stop? It's a lot of work. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Do something else.
All right. What about the Taurus?
Very similar, right? They're like cousins.
Is Capricorn and Taurus together? Like, I would say you got the bull, you got the energy, you got the person that's gonna go get it fast. You know, if you want something done fast, just hype up that Taurus. All they need is that hyping. Once you hype them up, it's over with. But
Jay Cruz needs that hyping up sometimes too.
You know, a Taurus is very spiritual too. They very spiritual people. They feel a lot. You know, they care. Around them, people just love them. You know, their energy is just. But when you make a bull mad, you better run. I mean, you better go fast because, man, do you hear me? You better.
I don't like any negative energy around me.
Yes, because guess what? That bull that get riled up, when that bull get riled up, ain't no calming him down.
I feel that's true in all the signs. I mean, it's like, you rile everyone has a point. You know what I'm saying?
Gemini snitch on you quick. A Gemini all about communication. They'll tell quick. That's Gemini. You know, they can't help but just being them. They can't hold no secret. Don't you tell a Gemini nothing. No.
What are you?
I'm a Scorpio.
Okay, and what's the big deal with the Scorpio?
We very intuitive. We more connected to spirit. You know, we deaf, so we all about transformation. You know, you might see me one day as this, then you might see me boom. Another day as a cowgirl, you might see me boom. As another day as this jazzy and
so the superpower then is the intuition, and the superpower for the Taurus would be similar to the Capricorn. They work hard.
Yeah, they work hard. They all about wealth. You know what? I'm gonna tell you.
I'm not about wealth. Not as much as you think. Yeah.
A Taurus controls the money in the bank. So if he manifests something, it's going to happen, but he got to manifest it with the money in the bank.
But we all like money in the bank. I think that's a universal one too, right? Like we all like. I like the money in the bank. It's just it doesn't lead for me. It never has. Ever since I was little, it never. I remember I was like, I think I was like 6, and I remember it. I remember going to the store, found this wallet that was so full of money it couldn't close, right? And I couldn't even. I was in the toy section. It was in the toy section. It was with my grandparents again, same grandparents, right? My grandmother, and I found the wallet, and I ran away from my grandmother, and I went like right to the first person who I could tell worked in the store, and I was like, excuse me, and I was like, can you take this? And they were like, no, I think you need to take it. I'm like, no, it's not mine. I gotta find it. And my grandfather's funny. He'd bet that at the track or whatever. He was like, what? He did what? He gave that back. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, funny. I never cared about that stuff. Never. And being relatively broke, especially at a young age, you don't know you're broke until you realize you're broke. You know what I'm saying? When you're that young, you have no idea. Like grandparents are buying you candy and food and buying you T-shirts or whatever, and you thrilled, right? You're just like, hey, somebody needs it more than me. I was always like this. I don't know if this is a sign thing, but I can't stand seeing other people's pain, but I'm not intuitive. I'm not like an intuitive feeler. Like I'm a thinker. Like if you put me in any situation, I can think my way out of it, but I do not lead with the intuition. Like you were saying, I don't really know someone else's feelings. I have to think about it. It doesn't come natural. Like, but if you give me a problem and something's not working, I'll be like, oh, I can figure that out. Like, of course I can figure that out, but I can't intuitively know what someone's thinking. I have to ask them. You know what I'm saying? I'm not like reading your face necessarily.
And that's all. I always talk to you about how that's such a good thing, because intuitive reaction can be so bad because you don't know who that person is a lot of times.
Trust part piece, maybe.
Yeah. So it's like, I think that being away from my high school environment, how I was brought up, and being away from that for so long, I really just fell in love with being completely me. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I'm a trust you, I'm gonna love you first before I even thinking about, hating you like I would when I was younger, And but of course that can have its perks, but the downside is that if you don't play your hand right, you could get around the wrong people and bad things could happen. So that's where you analyze things differently than I know me, and that's the balance, man. The yin and the yang,
definitely. I definitely definitely on the analyzation thing. Like I already have it analyzed before. You know what I'm saying? Like it's almost instinctual. Like once I think about it, I'm like, oh, I can see how it goes bang, 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 and what could happen. I can see what can happen at its best and at its worst, and I usually average them out. You know what I mean?
Probabilities.
Probability. I do probability. Just bang. You know what I'm saying? But the thing with probabilities is never perfect. It's just it will usually lead you straight. You know what I'm saying? And speaking of probability, Fly's probably here, and he's
yo.
We're gonna stay open for a little bit longer with you here.
And Fly, you keep me up past my bedtime, man. What's going on?
Do you know who's in the room with us, Fly, tonight?
He's like, let me squint.
That is cowgirl Chariot Gold, yo.
Okay, Miss Gold.
Fly, you don't understand.
You got Goldilocks?
Fly,
we gotta play.
Understand?
We got to do a replay.
We're gonna try, but the audio
I had no idea.
Yeah, the audio definitely wasn't that good.
I seen her join the IB Hood on the gram.
Well, you
second female to click, yo. Well, my wife is technically the first.
The first lady.
She's a gazer. But,
and I heard someone said that her new song is one of their favorites in a long time. Was that you?
Oh, that's me. It's like it is like my favorite song that I've heard in a long time. Like
I told Tom, I said it in the room today. I said because reality is it's my favorite in the whole app, but I was like top 3 because I didn't want to hurt people's feelings. But I'm gonna say on this platform.
That's the ultimate compliment
on the app.
That's the ultimate compliment.
It's definitely crazy. I gotta find my
and Chariot. So Fly is a Christian rapper out of Mississippi on the Freedom Corner brand, but his swag, his delivery, his bars, everything about Fly is incredible. So
we definitely got to get in the gym together, man. Work out on these tracks.
Yeah.
You don't even know, bro. I'm waiting for the commercials to play back.
Wait till you hear this stuff.
All right, you ready? We got to play. I hope we're not getting the weird stuff. Yo, everybody, if you're just checking us out before we go, this is Miss Chariot Gold. She's the cowgirl. We're about to run this one a second time. Hopefully the audio hangs in there for us. But this song, if you haven't heard this song, you got to just find out what you need to do to get it onto all your devices and let another person hear it and share it. Share the show while you're at it, man. This is the ProQuo Show. This is Chariot Gold. This is Cowgirl. That's how she does it.
I get the money, get the cash, then and die. And then I get up, then I turn up all these. I get the money, start to cash, then I die. And then I get up, then I turn up all these. I got my cowgirl boots in them back. Yeah, my cowgirl, hey, this is mine. I got my cowgirl boots in them back. Yeah, my cowgirl, hey, this is mine. I get the money, I get the cash. Girl, you get nothing while you sitting on your. I get the money, I get the fat. Girl, you get nothing while you sitting on your. I pop my minute mile, blaze that like blue. You can't play with dirty stuff, baby. Look, you broke the rules. And you think you try to find me, baby? God, I leave no clue. Stepping in the game, little baby. Why my step, I'm coming through. You can't do me if you want it to. Watch me do me, boo. You can't never find my frequency. Keep these demons off. I get the money, get the cash, then I die. And then I get up, then I turn up all these. I get the money, start to cash, then I die. And then I get up, then I turn up all these. I got my cowgirl boots in them back. Yeah, my cowgirl, hey, this is mine. I got my cowgirl boots in them back. Yeah, my cowgirl, hey, this is mine.
What are we talking about right here? What?
Woo!
Yeah. And I know the lady's off over here, but I don't care. Lacey won't rap along.
I get the money, I get the bag. Girl, you get the while you sitting on your. I get the money, I get the bag. Girl, you get the while you sitting on your.
Ooh.
Cop that. Make sure you cop the album. Make sure you
Yeah,
rock
that's
with the sister, the
spectacular.
queen. Right, Fly?
That's spectacular. So, like
Wait. She got a song called Yoda? Wait a minute. Hold on.
Smile
We're gonna
Direct
deal with
Club
the
is
commercial
60%
too.
less than Invisible, but you get so much
She
more.
got a Yoda
How
song?
do they do that?
Pro, I told you, man.
We got here Yoda. This one has to be first, of course. Some things.
I got that yodel flow. You can't find it past this style. I got this yodel flow.
Of course you do have.
You can't cook no shit like this here on your style. I got this yodel flow. You already know. I'm kicking in the dough. They sliding on the flow. I got that yodel flow. You can't find a vibe past this style. I got this. You something jiggy you can jig to.
Excuse me.
See, I'm about that put you in the mood. He like my vibe and I'm loving it. Love the way that I'm shaking it. Left, right, then I'm digging it. Let's slide. Go ahead and get it on the floor. Hey, yeah, let's turn up some more. Take a shot and we can get low. When we stay right.
All right, so when we all touring again?
With me, come on, rock.
You invited.
To right, to the
Like,
beat
for
now,
real.
move and groove and move your feet now.
Can you imagine the ProQuo Chariot Gold Fly Tour? Can you imagine that tour? She don't even know what Fly does.
I got this yodel flow. You can't cook no shit like this here on your style. I got this yodel flow. You already know. I'm kicking in the dough. They sliding on the flow. I got that yodel flow. You can't find a vibe past this style.
That might have to be the new theme song right there, the Yoda.
Matter of fact, just throw some bands and we lit, ain't no hands. I'm a motherfucking beast. Watch my motherfucking feet. I'm so lit, I'm the light in this damn party. Step, bitch, jump. Understand we steady crawl. Understand, won't give a fuck. Everybody damn drunk. It's a party, we so lit. Police better not stop our shit. Let's go ahead and kill it. When we stay right, stay with me, come on, right, left to right, to the
Stop
beat.
it. Yo. Crazy, yo. Crazy.
Hey, first of all, of course, I know y'all had, plenty of time to talk about this and discuss this. And I promise I won't be long. But Ms. Gold, your style is like mad unique. Never heard anything like it. It's like the perfect combination between India Ari and Foxy Brown, like Kaya.
Wow.
It's unique, like on some neo soul, but it's catchy too at the same time. Like my neck, my back, like when Kaya, like that's how music gives me that vibe.
I can see that.
It's crossover. It can be pop. It can be country. Like
that's it. It's the country,
so much stuff blended.
Pop,
yeah,
neo soul.
It's dope.
Yeah,
all in one.
It's the next.
I know you're gonna get the
bro.
Misty stuff all the time, of course, because she's so innovative as well. But you know what I'm saying. But
like I hear Angie Stone. I hear all of that.
Yeah,
like,
bro.
Yeah, that's super dope. So I'm waiting
so
on
glad
the
we
remix.
giving her
Y'all
all
just
these
let me know.
flowers.
She deserves it. I'm so glad she came.
My homeboy Mission just dropped he a Christian hip hop artist, probably the best Christian hip hop artist, hand down, right? He just dropped his album like last week, and at the end, very last bar of his song, he said, "You can't smell your flowers in a tomb."
Mm-hmm.
And so we definitely want to give folk their flowers while they're alive.
Mm-hmm.
For
Absolutely.
sure. So yeah. Big ups to Miss Gold.
I want to tell y'all thank y'all so much because y'all just don't know, like, from my state, like, they don't really give me, the support. My city, they don't really
know how
give
that goes.
What part of the South you from?
I'm from Alabama.
I can tell you from the South. I knew it. I knew you were from the South.
She's not from the Virginia South.
But it's she's from the deep South. You from the dirty South.
Deep. Dirty.
But it's not your state. It's your state, but it's not your state. Like, it's just right outside of Georgia and Texas, as far as deep South, there's not a huge, support for hip hop, just because they're small, probably the two smallest states in the union. So you might have to make some moves. You definitely got the goods though.
Oh, yeah, bro. I
contemplate the same thing all the time.
That's a tour waiting to happen right there. You ain't even heard Fly. Fly's crazy. Everything we're saying about you can say about Fly. He's that dope. So that's Fly right there. He's on our album as well. Say it again. She froze up there.
She in the Matrix.
That's because she cold, B.
Mm-hmm. That's what I was saying.
You still we're waiting on you. We're waiting on you. You still ching, chang,
Are you sure?
Maybe we're in the Matrix.
You still out in the Matrix.
Maybe it's us. Maybe she's not. Well, you get it's that Alabama connection.
No.
She said it. She's saying it. She goes, "I'm in the country." I can hear her. She's, "I'm in the country." You don't want to put the accent in the wrong place on that when you're breaking up the word country. I almost made that mistake. She's like, "I'm in the."
Am I still breaking up?
Yeah, but it's better. It's a better
much better though.
We can hear you now though.
We got that country. We got that girl. We got a makes me want to slap these Coke bottles together. Man, I got it, money.
It's dope.
Oops, sorry. Drop it.
Oh man, you about to break all your equipment, man. Well,
look, man, I'm so glad y'all didn't let me miss that, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
We're gonna let you hear some Fly on the way out the door. We're gonna let you hear some Fly.
Yeah. I know I'm Fly, man. Fly. Make sure you. I thought I checked you, bro.
You want to play Heat Praise? You want to play Freedom Corner? Which one play?
I don't know. Play Freedom Corner. I thought I heard Freedom Corner. That's all I was gonna ask.
No, we did not play Freedom Corner. This is Freedom Corner. This starts out with Jay, then me, then Fly. I believe.
I think you did play Freedom Corner in the intro, bro.
Oh, that's why. Yeah.
Go to Heat Praise. Play Heat Praise.
I had the album playing. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
I think it's the same order, right? No, it actually starts out me, then it goes to Jay, then it goes to
Fly ends it on both because he's just that nice.
He's that. It's not letting me share anything right now. Hold on. Boom, share. There we go.
I can't wait to turn this AC back on, yo. I said I can't wait to turn this AC back on.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm in the same thing. I don't even have AC up there.
Hit your knees real quick. Yeah. Hit your knees real quick. Hit your knees real quick. Hit your knees real quick. Let's skip the pleasantries. I'm more about that action as the remedy. To me, that's the heavenly blessing. I question everything with faith that it will work out. I work so mentally, cause deities to me have never been really about that equity. Create my destiny. Watch the world open sesame. Since y'all been watching Sesame Street on beats incessantly. In the streets before my specialty. Spitting mathematics. In class, my rap is therapy, incredibly. Rose to the ranks with growth steadily. My comrades falling off the feather knees like leprosy. Treachery and jealousy catching up something terribly. Many brothers questionably gone, them John Kennedys. Been an accessory, longing for them accessories. Long as me alone, been butter, been had the recipe. Word to my enemies, I heard them say, if y'all ain't praying in this game, you better be ready to be prayed. Hit your knees real quick. Down. Hit your knees real quick. Hit your knees real quick. Hit your knees real quick.
Yeah. Hit your knees real quick.
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 Yeah. Hit your knees real quick. Get blessed cause I be that slick. Your mouth on pout where I see you think. EQ the words, we don't need that drink. Fight through the urge, grown man instinct. It's consequential that I lead that rink. Arm loaded with the kinks, so I feed that sink. A lot of tears, rap pain, surely need that mink. Self over everything, I see that link. Ghosts leaving footsteps, don't need no shrink. Been the pill before Phil, that's the book I print. Run the court like Phil, that's the mail I sing. Everything kept real, 90s tip. No tricks with the lip, BL's fear my wit. Close my lips, say a prayer, then I do my shit.
Hit your knees real quick. 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 Hit your knees real quick.
Look, I pray, and I don't mean predator. Bombard heaven, hoping God help me level up. Say they digging God till it's time to pick that shovel up. Faith and no work is like etc. Young Roger Federer, I'm keeping up racket. Ballin' like I'm in the NCAA bracket. Remember when the only meal was the ramen in the packet? That's a thing of the past, like a belly jacket. Wanna know the tactic? Believe what you asking for. More than a rapper, he's an ambassador. I could have been a trapper, but I ain't need the back and forth. Now I just finesse away the bull like a matador. I know what they mad for, it don't even matter. Got the adversary peed off like a bladder. Hit him with the flex, making hits like a batter. Climbing to the top, and I don't even need a ladder. I pray.
Hit your knees real quick. 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 Make sure you hit
Ooh, you a problem, Fly, for real. Yeesh.
Hit your knees real quick.
Hey, did Slip do the scratches on that?
Yes, he did.
Dance on the floor now.
This is like one of my favorite tracks in the whole album. I just love the contrast. How crazy.
Hell hacks all the woes at work, posing shirts, guns and turfs, blunts and serfs.
This is gonna be in Lucifer one day.
She goes skin, a white
I like that.
The most grim, that's a 10. Pay a nurse, I lay burst with a nurse. It's complex, the context, a real nice, a bad flex, a high price, a legit. The facts twice, half-life, act right, my pants tight, connect mics, a windpipe, recite crews, all quotes, bring life, all quotes, bring life. I'm day and night, sun and moon, wolf and sheep, a young shepherd above the tomb, making room, your son's reckless, peep the metrics, the son's necklace on these presses. Say a prayer, believe, knowledge off a tree for these, Judas by the branches. The devil's dance
on the floor now.
The devil's dance
knocking at your door now.
The devil's dance.
Everybody on the floor now.
The devil's dance
knocking at your door now. Whenever you in a good place, you better believe the devil is dancing. The good place, no one believed the devil was dancing. Got good taste, many have paid the devil's ransom. Or simply thinking they're hanging up, or Rembrandt in a mansion. Judas repenting, returning them 30 pieces of silver now. You're doing that music, trying to recoup it, feeling so foolish now. Who's in town? You better be ready to pay the piper. Pit vipers, spit venomous, don't let him inside of your cipher. Them Charles Mansons from the advancing at the outset. Got you doing the dirty work, looking all handsome in the outfits. You still doubt it, staying devoted, you bet since the offset. But your dog is not your amigo, and deceiving your words are offset. Time to divorce that mindset with the raw shit. Test by leaving this ink all over the paper, then I record that. Tally results, removing the doubt, then take my chances. The devil was over my head instead, now Lord applause who's dancing. dance.
The devil's dance
On the floor now.
The devil's dance.
Knocking at your door now.
The devil's dance.
Everybody on the floor now.
The devil's dance.
Knocking at your door now.
Shout out to Lawrence E. Vegas, Amsterdam, stand up.
Shout out to Josh Miner. Wait for it.
Y'all feeling all my damn flow leaning on the seeming biggest dough is what it's seeming. Y'all business and you see it. Funds in this always mean it's love, fitness is Sabrina. Hit Texas on the team up and we grilling after beat up. Told me sure to get the 40 and the family hold the key up. Mercedes all famer, little cousin got the prayers and I'm on the way to see her.
Show me the sun and what's hotter than I. Brother forever the messenger. I would have been about in the pursuit of a tie. You never really want me to go up the head, cause you know when I blow, I'ma show off the lead. PB on the periodic tables, periodically CP on the tables. With a bit of work, I spit this fable. If you haven't heard, you will get disabled. 6 finals, 5 on my label. X to infinity, that's that cable. Put the check in the mail, be grateful. Who's ever really been a brother who's hateful? Jesus and the who stay faithful. Locked to the lab, bracelets on the ankle. Slits on the ankle. Slits on the ankle.
Ooh, that's a cool twist.
It's different.
Yo, so EA, he started it. We got to give a bit. I'm shouting him out. I'm going to tell him, shouting you
Wait a
out
minute.
right
Why
now.
I feel like I hadn't heard that?
Because you probably didn't. That you gotta.
Yeah.
That's the little bonus part on the album. There, you gotta wait for that.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's why I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah, the little bonus part there.
I see the track list on the album, but that didn't.
That's not listed. Yeah, that's not listed.
Okay.
Because
It's tied into the end. It's special.
It's in the metadata though. It's in the metadata with all the credits. It's actually in the publishing and all that stuff too. So it's we did it like as like a third of the track.
So we got a deluxe edition coming. Is what you're trying to tell me?
Yeah, that song will come out someday. The full song. But.
So I want to give a shout out to EA.
That's
He
you?
is leaving orientation.
That's you? Pro, is that you?
Yeah, that's Pro.
Oh yeah, Pro.
What?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You are sick.
Wait a minute, run around. Give me the sound that was hotter than I.
This guy, that's this guy right here.
Yeah, the professor.
You're screaming. You're screaming. Give me some of that. Screaming. Y'all demon.
Oh, yeah. When I say I go like this, I go.
You be in a good place. You better believe the devil is dance. Oh, that was
Y'all
fun.
fiending. Oh,
Miss
my
Gold,
demon.
you gonna make him want to start rapping on trap beats now, man. You got him want to go southern.
That's the goal. That's the goal.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
I rap
then-
on any beat, man.
and
I have
you
I have no specifications.
And Fly, you're dope. Like
I appreciate that.
I was over here singing it, but you can hear me. I didn't want to interrupt you, but I was over here singing it. You hear me?
I appreciate that.
word.
I appreciate that. Check out the album when you get a chance. I am
Yeah,
Fly.
Work.
I got.
I'll let my son listen at you then. He can't listen to no other rapper but you because you don't cuss.
Our whole
That's
album's
right.
clean. Our whole album. We don't have any curses
We don't
on our
either.
entire album.
We don't either.
Pro album.
Well, guess what? He gonna be our new biggest fan. Y'all just watch. Y'all
There
get
you
like
go.
3 weeks.
Please.
How old is your son?
He's 7.
Oh, my son's 8. So
Beautiful
my son
age.
listens to my whole album all day. His favorite song is he likes you know what? He likes Chandeliers, but he likes Dive In It. He likes Freedom Corner. He's always going around the house, Freedom Corner, free from the corner.
Yo, everybody. I know that's a line. You branded it, Fly.
But his favorite one's Grandma.
Yeah, Grandma Store, of course, because he
He's on
raps
it.
on it, man.
Yeah, he's on it. He's on it. Yeah,
So
anyway.
hold up. So I want to say real quick for my man EA, he just got out of orientation. He started his new job as a counselor. So that's why he missed us tonight. But big shout out to EA, Bridging the Gap, Commit, my whole family.
Bridge that gap.
Yeah, we on there Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. Eastern
are.
Standard Time on Clubhouse. I am.
You're the early man delivering.
I
Yeah, bro.
skipped out a little bit this week doing other things, but I still stay plugged in with my family. But yo, big shout out EA, proud of you, brother. Check him out at Analyze This Topic on YouTube, and again, mental health counselor plus many other things. But Congratulations on that job. Bro.
Look at that money. I'll get that cash.
I think it's that closeout time, y'all. What you think? What you think? 11:02.
Yeah, bro.
We were supposed to shut down at 10:30.
Y'all still
Fly
doing better
Fly
than
does
me.
it. He'll come in the last 2 minutes. He makes
See
it
what
go another half hour, man.
That's because I don't get the link into the last 20
That's my
minutes.
fault, bro.
I ain't blaming nobody. I'm just trying to, clarify that I'm not doing this on purpose.
The people want to know, is that a virtual background or is that a real background right there?
It is real. Very much
that's
real. Very much real.
All right, cool. I had to see a move. Just make sure. Yeah.
All right, man. Appreciate you, fellas. Man.
Look at Cowgirl, share it, gold. We're gonna be sending you the link to be jumping up in here with us. Love your energy, love your thought process, your music.
I was born.
Honor meeting you for real. I know you're going off on a tangent.
Yeah,
I was born on a bayou.
That's what they do, Miss Gold. Then they blame it on me. But you hear them, right? Okay.
Big wheel, you keep on tying in.
It ain't me, yo. It's him. I blame you.
Rolling.
He's too much.
One time,
I
for real. So I'm always trying to.
I'm gonna tell you the story, right? I bring it. He comes over from Virginia. Drove like 12 hours straight to get to me.
To get to 1 block from where I used to live. one block. His mom's house is 1 block from where I live.
Yeah. So the next day we shooting a video. We came back. He's sitting down having a conversation with my mom. They having a conversation, and it was a second delay in like the conversation. He drifted off and just started going crazy on a verse. And he said after he said the verse, my mom was like, "Oh, okay, what was that?" He's like, "Oh, I'm just memorizing my verse." Like in the middle of the conversation. I'm like, "Yeah,
remember.
That's pro."
I kind of do. Yeah.
Yeah. It was funny though. She was loving it.
She got that money. She got that house.
But yeah, again, for real. Thank you so much for coming on, and I'm looking forward for a long-term relationship, and seeing your success for sure.
I was there.
Dopeness.
Of course, Fly. I will. I'm gonna start doing, because I think I sent it to the messenger, or I might have just done it to the IB Hood chat. I can't remember, but I'm gonna put it into the messenger from now on. When we actually, Pro, you could do that. That could be on you.
Say it again. Put what in the messenger?
Put the LDJ Fly, the whole chat. Just drop the StreamYard link in there when we do it moving forward.
Oh, okay.
Because I thought I did it and I didn't, and that's why
we got that money. Them international folks, they ain't trying to jump in, but we. I used to throw it in there. They're like,
they be in bed, man.
They're wide asleep.
Remember Mac? He's up at 3 a.m. He's like, I had to come on, man. I'm like, hey, man, you're a trooper.
I got. You know what? I gotta. Mac sent so many beats, man. I gotta respond.
Well, now we got but now I told her I just gave everybody the new formula. We're gonna send all the beats to LD. All beats go to LD. And we're gonna have a system in place now, and the beat is gonna be geared towards placement mentality.
Cool.
So check the samples, make sure they cleared and all that good stuff.
Yep.
Cool.
Yep.
And he's actually really good at picking beats too. So low key. He don't talk about stuff like that, but he's great at it.
Yeah, I feel like it's in good hands doing it. And then I don't have, because the emails, as Lexi, like today, he Drix hit him with an email, but I know Lexi got mad email. He ain't getting around to it. You know what I'm saying? So to have LD and he's saying he's agreeing too, that's gonna be huge, just so we can really make some powerful movements.
Beats to me are like pizza. It's like pizza's just good. All beats are generally workable. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I never hear.
Don't put a sample in it and make sure it's royalty free.
Yeah, I mean, I've been saying that for 20 years. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you had to put a sample in it. Like, what are you doing? You know what I'm saying?
Come on, bro.
We can rap on it, but it limits what we can do with it. You know what I'm saying?
Perfect example. My man, our homie.
Not 20 years, but since 2004, for real.
you know that joint he did with Conway that he produced?
Yeah.
Okay, so he produces the record for Conway. Conway makes it go viral. He gets hit up by basically people saying, okay, the artist that he took the sample from, they're asking for money now.
Oh man, that's a pain.
But luckily they're not trying to sue him. Yeah, that's the whole
bro.
it's one thing to cut.
But it is the he didn't clear the
CTC.
sample though.
Yeah.
He
That's
didn't
the
clear the
game.
sample, you know.
Yeah.
So I was like, yo, avoid all that, you know. Let's let people know up front.
You know what I see on the tour? I see this on the tour. I see Legendary set up with the keyboard and the guitar on stage. He's got both. You know what I'm saying? And he's got the computer and he's playing some tracks, right? And then you see, you got, obviously Fly and ProQuo and people like Sherry. You know what I'm saying? Like you see like the stage set up and you see dude just architect dropping the beats and you got like Ice Mike over in the corner, like scratching and bringing him in.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
You got like someone like Tommy over there going, yo, let me tell y'all a story about blah, doing what he does, man. It'd be crazy.
And I'm telling you, I want to have like two really amazing artists that are like painters, where they have them huge flip charts or whatever. And while we're on stage, we have them positioned where they're drawing to our, just drawing.
NFT it up and sell them right after the show. Yeah, man. We used to do all those a lot, with the outside shows, you can just do a graph right there. It's always dope. I did a TED Talk thing too when they did that once. The artist was on the side of the stage while I was doing my thing and he's painting the thing. And I never did get that art, but I don't know who got it. But he's doing graffiti art and he's like off on the side and he's doing it during the whole show. It's crazy, at a TED Talk. You know what I'm saying? It was like,
that's
awesome.
That's crazy. No, that's great.
Yeah, that stuff's dope.
That's dope, man. I'm loving these ideas, man. While y'all talking about it, we gotta make something happen, man.
So that's what I'm trying to do, man.
I look at all my emails of like last year, the year before, right? The year before COVID. And it's funny because coming into COVID, I had like 4 things canceled, right? Because, you think about when that was. Like I had stuff booked for March, April, May, right? And so March, April, May went down. And I'm like, now I'm just like, I keep saying, I'm going to go open my emails of like where it was right before COVID and start contacting these people up. But it's so tricky, because it's just like,
yeah, because we right back in the mix. We really right back in the mix.
It's so tricky, and I'm like, I got so many people to hit up, and it's like, what do you, it's like, what do you say? It's like,
well, I mean, and I think, the only possible recovery thing would be like, man, we were working on an album, make the excuse list could pile up, but
what do you mean? What do you mean?
If I were to say the same thing, and I probably have. Oh my goodness. So many, so many emails that I should have got responded.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, I got, dude, I can't even put it in words. Yeah, I just can't even put it in words.
The beats. I love all my producers. Thank each and every one of you, but I've got like 300 beats that I just, I can't. What am I gonna do?
Dude, I don't even open most of the emails that are about beats,
bro. And then Mac's like, "Oh, check out the catalog. There's like 300."
The thing is like my thing is this: is if you can't pay attention to your children, why have them? You know what I'm saying? And it's like that's the thing. It is with a lot of the songs. It's like, yo, that's cool, but what's your plan, yo? What's your plan? Like, quite honestly, like this is for all of us. I know she left too. And I know we're still broadcasting, so we'll probably run the risk of sounding stupid, but it's like we sound dope on anything. And it's like, I don't need to rap on your beat unless there's a plan for what you plan to do with your beat. And so often it's hard knowing more than the people who want to put your stuff out, and it's like, what are you going to do with that? And they're like, I don't know. I was hoping you'd tell me. And it's like, yo, dude, no.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
No, dude. Like you can make anything a hit if you have money and you know what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, why do I want to invest in your hit when you don't know what you're doing? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's like, and here's the real kicker. This is to start off the show and take it full circle. You don't need a lot of songs. You don't have to.
No, you really only need a good couple ones, man. Unless you're really worried about your legacy as far as just your catalog and wanting to be considered amongst the greats. Outside of the business side of it, no, I don't take a bunch of songs.
See, a lot of artists haven't done concerts. They've only been an act amongst many shows. And when you do a concert and when you're like a featured artist and when you're up on the stage and people are there for an hour to see you, it's about 3 to 5 songs. That's it. The rest is talking to the crowd, a cappella, freestyle if you do that kind of stuff. And you're talking about life, yo. That's what you do when you do a real show, man. But so many people have only been to underground hip hop shows that they think it's, yo, I got to get my 3 songs and bang, 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 and bang them on out. And there's no interaction with the crowd. And so then they're like, yo, everyone heard those 3 songs. Now I got to go make 3 more songs. And it's like, dude, 10 people heard you. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, it was probably EQ'd bad and no one actually heard the lyrics. And it all sounds like in the club. And it's like, no one heard you, yo. I could put on songs from 15 years ago and ain't no one heard those songs either when you go to Louisiana to go play, you know? So if you make dope stuff, you don't need a million songs, you know? And we all got a million songs, but it's like, what's the big thing, yo? You got, if you take your 5 best songs that you made in the last year, and I guarantee if you look at them, you did not have the correct business plan for those 5 songs. So why'd you forget about them? You're going to let them just go off in the corner? It's like, you know, you got to be thinking of ways to bring your stuff out that you did 6 years ago.
You know what I came up with too as an idea too is like, you know, amassing talent, not so heavily hard, but getting an all-star team, like an all-star cast that again focuses on, you know, on placement and making placement music, and then throwing it all on a mixtape that's download for free, you know. So it's not, and it's just, you know, like as an example, Freedom Corner brand mixtape, volume 1, hip hop, volume 2, Afrofusion, volume 3, neo, so whatever, right? And the goal with every record is to just put the record out to all the artists that are all stars, and whoever paints to it, and then put that record together and pitch it. And if it doesn't get pitched, it's all good. It's going on the mixtape. You know what I mean? And then that way it's no pressure
concept.
Yeah, because now, I mean, just today in that chat that I developed, so we got now 2 female artists and 2 other, we got Lexi and I think 4 new artists in that chat amongst us, where it's like, yo, LD says, yo, here's the beat. Everybody that's an all-star gets the beat. First come, first serve. And then let's say 5 of us do it. Whoever's best out of it, that's who gets on the record. And it's like no effort, you know. And it's that thing where you have a baby, but it's more like it's not the same as the album. Like the album is, it's like
let me hit
like,
the end broadcast, and we can keep talking because the people behind the scenes is probably like, yo, I don't know what they're talking about, but we'll hit end broadcast. You guys stay here, and I'll hit end.